Hey, it says we're live. Hello, interwebs. Hello, internet. What's going on? This is the closer. Hashtag Father's Day. How you doing out there? And if you saw the title, and if you saw my Instagram today, you know I'm trying to get as woke as possible today. And if we're supposed to say birth givers now for mothers, so it's Birth Givers Day, then today would be Jizz Givers Day for us Jizz Givers. So try and go woke, be as woke as possible, and everything's gonna be okay. All right. So there you go.
Saying that.
So you keep saying that, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So you got some people out there watching, just a few, and they said I was roboting a little bit in the pre-chat here. So if I robot a little bit, I apologize. I'll turn the camera off. We have some thunderstorms rolling through, and it was fine up until right before we went live, and then it started getting a little squirrely. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully everything plays out. So let's see. What are you guys up to? Abe, what's going on, buddy? How you doing?
I'm doing okay. First weekend I've had off this month. First full weekend. And I've done pretty much fuck all. So.
Well, what are you going to do? It's okay. Nothing wrong with not doing much sometimes.
That's not true. I got one of the local gun stores was closed all week because they were moving into a larger facility, which was literally cutting a 10-foot hole in the wall and moving into their more finished area. So they opened up on Saturday, so I got to go take a look at that. Got to go take a little road trip with the Challenger. Then I got to go have some wonderful Mexican food. And then ice cream. So,
nice.
I feel spoiled.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
So your gun shop just basically expanded. They didn't move. They just kind of expanded.
Yeah, more or less.
Made the place bigger. Yeah.
Well, it was originally built into a partition of a machine shed, one of those, basically like a pole barn or that. And I guess it did enough business to where the owner decided, hey, I can spend the extra money of turning the rest of this machine shed, or at least the other half of this machine shed, into the shop. So they got that all like 95% done. They still had like boxes of stuff that they kind of moved because they completely tore apart the old store and then just kind of shoved everything over into one side. So
that's cool. It's good to see them doing well. I mean, that's awesome. How's their inventory? I mean, do they have some stuff to sell, or did they sell the shit out of everything and now they're trying to spend the money?
They had stuff, but since they moved into a spot that's almost like 3 times as big as their old shop does, it didn't look like much, but they didn't really have like any empty racks or that. They just had a lot of empty space, and their wall of ammo was fairly well stocked.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I was actually chatting to the guy because they decided to get into the 21st century and use a pricing gun that puts stickers on the boxes instead of just using a Sharpie to write on the boxes for.
Nice.
Okay, this is like $30, but don't take this box, please.
Yeah.
But
so that's not the 21st century. That's like that's been around. Those have been around for about 100 years. Yeah. So.
Well, I'm talking about the ones that are actually handheld that you can put the little tape cartridge in and do whatever, and go click, click, almost like a Dymo label or that. But no, picked up a box of some silvery plated copper 9mm ammo, hollow points, and a couple, like a year or two ago, Winchester came out with those little wooden ammo boxes, World War II kind of looking ammo for the 30-06, 45, and 30 carbine.
Yep.
Well, they had a couple of the 30 carbines there, and that's the one I needed, or needed to complete the set, so I picked one of those up too.
Oh, that's neat. Yeah, I've been seeing some I'm not going to say deals, but I'm going to say I've been seeing some prices on ammo that's not too horrible. 9mm in like the $25 range for 50 rounds. I know it's still high. It's still crazy, but if it's out there at 25, then hopefully it's coming down a little bit. It's not it's not going up.
Yeah, they didn't really have any like regular range or ball ammo. It was, we've got ammo, but it's all like 20 or 25 round boxes of hollow points. There's a fair amount of the new federal punch ammo. And actually, this just popped into my mind. Hey, Moo, you know that Christensen Arms precision pistol that you were deriding and deriding when we were looking at it?
Mm-hmm.
He had, apparently he bought one for himself, and then he had one for the shop as well in 6.5 Creedmoor. They're interesting. I'd say they're still kind of chunky, even though it's all
goofy.
carbon fiber.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep. That's cool.
What is it?
That Christensen Arms pistol, like the 13-inch with the side folder. What is it? Their precision bolt pistol or precision?
Yeah, something.
I forget.
Oh, I remember talking about that. I remember looking at that on the show.
It's one of the few things that first time I've actually like handled something that had an actual carbon fiber handguard, and I don't want to say it doesn't sound like plasticky, but it or like fiberglass, but it's got a little bit of a thunk and a ring to it when you like that. Well, yeah.
And then there's there with the brace.
Mm-hmm.
No, what barrel length is that?
It was a 6.5 Creed, so I'm gonna that's 12 and
They're
a half.
12 and a half.
Yeah.
Well, so I mean, with them messing with the pistol braces, would you even be allowed to have that? Because it's a 12
you
and a half
see, it's
inch.
got a hand stop on it as well, and
the hand stop.
I talked to the owner a little bit about. I just kind of asked him, "Hey, have you seen like pistol sales or AR pistol or that type go up?" And he said, "Not really." And then he kind of asked me a couple questions on the on the thing, and I just said, "Well, yeah, it's kind of." Just said that it kind of seemed almost like these are the criteria we were going to, but not everybody at the ATF got the memo on it. So I don't know. It's definitely a well-made gun, and they even had one there, the Christensen Arms 9mm PCCs as well, and that it still had a little bit of gravity to it, but it was nice, seemed nice and smooth in that, but not the $2,000 plus price tag or MSRP. A lot of stuff seems to be about MSRP or just like a couple dollars under or over.
Yeah.
But it's, it is what it is for it being the times it is now.
Yeah, that would be pretty tough, man. I mean, if you got that and you weren't allowed to put a brace on it, 308, that's a whole lot of recoil for a handgun.
Oh no, you put one of those big obnoxious Panzer brakes that like deafens everyone in a 45-degree cone around you, and it's fine.
Yeah. Some of the ones that actually push the sound or push the concussion back, so it actually it actually helps recoil or whatever.
Yeah, just talk to Barrett. Say, hey, can I get like a half 28 adapter for your brake that you've got on your big 50s? What do you mean no?
Yeah.
What do you mean it's going to be $500 for you to tool up for it?
Shit. Just
I'll go make my own hookers with blackjack.
I was going to say,
brakes.
Just make your own. Yeah. The hand stop thing. I mean, that's at this point, I think the hand stop, not being able to have a hand stop or a hand guard is the least of our issues as far as the pistol brace thing goes.
I don't know. I just think that the whole thing with the design to be fired by one hand, well, yes, that was like the common practice back in 1935. It was also a common parlance for the FBI to, your shooting stance is, basically you squat down, you put your fist over your heart, and you shoot one-handed. Times have changed. used two-handed, and then it's something that kind of gets neglected of shooting a pistol one-handed.
Yeah. Yeah. It's it's gonna be the biggest thing is when you go through that checklist as a person. Let's say you have your AR pistol, AK pistol, or whatever. Especially an AR, because that seems to be a little more problematic than the AKs because of the buffer tube and all that shit. When you go through that and you think, okay, I'm good. Okay, I've only got 3 points or whatever. I'm good to go. In that long ass bullshit writing that the ATF did, yeah, all that it all mixed in there was them basically saying like, well, if we think it's still a rifle, then we can still consider it a rifle. It's up to our discretion. Well, it's like, well, what the fuck is that? I mean, how are you supposed to live within the law when the law is adjustable? And that's, I think, one of the scariest parts about it is, and I think that's what, when somebody like Chipman gets in there, he's going to be like, well, I feel like these are all short-barreled rifles. And then they're fucking gone. So, it's the biggest pain in the ass.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with you, Moo? Caitlin Mooner, Moulin Jenner.
Mm-hmm. Gotta come out sometime.
I saw that on Instagram. I don't know, the beginning of the week, and I was like, man, boy, I gotta use this. Who's gonna get it?
Spin the wheel.
Yeah, who's gonna get it?
No, I'm a pretty low key weekend. The weather kind of stunk for getting out in the boat, so I just kind of hunkered down. The wife and daughter worked all weekend, and so I got to have little to no human contact, which was a perfect Father's Day weekend.
Right.
I was just thinking, I left the house today to take the garbage out to the curb.
Yeah.
That's about the last time. The last time I left the house, I think, was on Thursday.
Yeah, I know I feel the same way sometimes because it's there's some days that are just, if it's not real nice out or something like that, I'm like, fuck it, we're just staying in, man. Little guy will be doing what he wants to do, iPad or playing the Switch or something like that, and I'm doing work on the computer for the restaurant, and it's just like, once like 4:00 hits, I'm like, yep, today's shot. Fuck it.
Yeah. But the girls got home around 7:00, and my daughter's boyfriend bought me Chinese food for dinner.
Nice.
Brought me some shrimp with lobster sauce.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can't beat that. Nothing wrong with that.
He's sucking up to the old man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Take what you can get, man.
Yep. But other than that, man, it's been a pretty lazy weekend.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. What's going on, George? What's happening, buddy?
Hey, what's up? Just made it, man. I just got here. I was like, man, I wonder if the guys are on already. And I saw that. I went to YouTube. I was like, whoa, like how you put the subscription page. And he said, they're live already, man. I gotta get on.
Yeah, no big deal.
Not much, man. Spent the afternoon at one of my brother's house. My brother had made some food. He made some hamburgers, tater tots, French fries.
Nice.
Thick bacon for the burgers. Oh my, it was so awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tater tots are like chicken wings. At one point nobody wanted them. And I saw a thing once, I don't know how true it is, but this does happen in marketing an awful lot. So I do tend to believe it. They said when tater tots first came out, everybody kind of realized that they were just, kind of shredded up, and they weren't necessarily, they were just hash brown bites.
Because it's like hash brown, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And they were like, this is just kind of like leftover ground up stuff. You know what I mean? And they were super cheap and nobody bought them. And then they started bringing the price up on them a little bit, and people started trying them because they're like, oh, these are almost these are like the same price as fries. Let's give them a shot. You know what I mean? And they started selling like crazy. Tater tots are awesome, man. I love tots, man.
Yeah. The restaurant where the girls work at, it's like you get a burger and they're like, you want tots with that, right? You know, instead of going, you know, oh, fries, tots or chips. It's just, you want the tots, right? And they're like, yeah.
For sure. For sure. Especially if it's a brand that has a good seasoning. Like if I like it when, you know, they obviously have either some onion in them or like a little onion powder or garlic powder or something in them. And you have that little oniony flavor. It reminds me of home fries, you know, for breakfast. It reminds me of that, like when you throw onions on the flat top and cook home fries or something. When they have that kind of flavor, I really dig that. Almost like a onion ring kind of flavor to them. But it's like wings. Nobody wanted them, and then all of a sudden they're like, these things are awesome, and they hit the market and took off, and now they're $150 a case or something, and you can't afford them. Foss says he only gets tots if the fries suck. I don't know, man. That's tough. If I had the choice between fries and tots, I would take the fries, or I would take the tots every time, probably, unless they were like a seasoned, like a curly fry or something, because those are pretty slam. That's a tough one. If you get like a seasoned curly fry versus a tater tot, that's a tough decision to make there.
I'll take any of them as long as they have the texture to them, not all mushy.
Right.
Gotta be a little
nice and
crispy.
crunchy. Yeah, I know. We were at the restaurant. I went down to the restaurant the other day to do some measurements and stuff like that. And on the way home, we stopped and we got lunch. Little guy wanted nuggets from Chick-fil-A. And I love I almost love their waffle fries, but that's exactly why, like, I don't think they're amazing. Is they're a little under fried. Like if they fried them a little longer, because they're nice and thick and the inside's nice and soft and tender, but the outside is only crispy as soon as they come out of the fryer. If like couple minutes later, they're soft. And real quick. And I love waffle fries. And man, every time I get them, I'm like, damn it, almost. You know, they're almost awesome.
Yeah, it's like any, you know, like you do takeout and wait till you get home. They're always bad.
Yeah. You definitely.
Sometimes my dad don't like Chick-fil-A because of the fries. You know, they get soft and cold by the time you get them home.
I'll say this: like a sandwich, I don't care. I'll eat if sandwich you could throw a chicken sandwich in the fridge. I'll pull it out of the fridge and eat it without even heating it up. I don't really care. Like that's good. But the fries, like you eat the fries on the way home. Don't wait. Just reach into the bag, eat them on the way home. And then when you get home, eat the sandwich or do whatever, you know. But I think that's why McDonald's fries are so successful. It's because they use a thinner fry, and I'm going to be using that for the same exact reason. Is because when there's less mass there, whatever you want to call it, less of so when you get them fried crispy, they're going to stay crispy or longer. A thinner fry rather than some of those thicker ones. You're still showing that bolt action abomination. Yeah. Yeah.
I will say about the only type of fry that's good out of the fridge or leftover are tater wedges if they're thickly breaded.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Another good thing, and they're pricey, and a lot of places don't use them. Is like the battered fries, or the fries that they're dusted with like cornstarch or something like that. You know, literally, I think a lot of them are just dusted in cornstarch. And the cornstarch, it's after they're fried, they stay really crispy for a long time. But if you don't like that texture, then that's not your thing. I mean, and some people don't. Some people like fries that are like raw potatoes fried once. Like you get at a carnival or something like that, and those are awesome for what they are. But it's hard. It just depends on what you like and what kind of restaurant you have and how much time you have too. Because those raw fries take a little bit longer. If you're only frying them once, and they get soggy really quick. But there's something cool about them. I mean, it's more of like a nostalgia thing because we used to get those kind of fries at a place in the town I grew up in. That's how they did them. So, or a carnival or, a fair or something like that. We used to go to the fairs and the carnivals when I was a kid. So those kind of fries, even though I don't prefer them, I have this nostalgia attached to them that makes me really enjoy them,
One thing I was going to say, I forgot to say, which I was trying to remind myself. Say Happy Father's Day to you and Moo.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks, George.
And to Abe to say Happy Father's Day to his father.
Yeah.
We make sure to pass on the message that some random ass guy from the taint of Texas told him hi.
Deep in the chain of Texas. There you go. That should be your theme song, George. You get that? Oh, man. So who's out there anyway? Kingpin was first. Kingpin popped in right as soon as I set this son of a bitch up. Obnoxious is out there. Gizzard.
That Pee-wee movie. Because I remember the Alamo. He goes, "Are you sure we're in Texas?" Yeah. The sun is bright. The moon is bright. The stars are bright. And then deep in the heart of Texas.
Gizzard's out there. Early Watch. Jimmy's out there. What's going on, buddy? If you didn't know, the Early Watch
Crinkle
is back.
fries.
Back in crinkle fries. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with crinkle fries. I will say this. I had some.
Are awesome.
I had crinkle fries somewhere like a week or two ago, and they were really, really good. And sometimes it's the same thing. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. But they were awesome. I don't remember where the hell they were from. But
I like the ones from Raising Cane's. You have a restaurant called Raising Cane's around there?
No, never heard of that.
They do chicken fingers. Raising Cane's is it's a franchise from some I don't know if it's a NASCAR driver or a football player. I can't remember.
But isn't Raising Cane's Checkers elsewhere as well? Isn't it like a Hardee's Carl's Jr. type thing? Or am I thinking of something else?
So this one's called Raising Cane's, and it says they do chicken fingers, and that's all they do. It's just chicken fingers. You can get like a 3, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 6, and then the next is a sandwich, like a chicken sandwich. And their fries is just crinkle fries, that's all they serve. They don't do anything else. They you get sodas or tea or lemonade or something like that. Other than that, that's all. And it's pretty good. The fries are awesome because they're crinkle fries.
Yeah, it's those kind of places are really cool. It's like they get. They have such a limited menu, and they sometimes they just go forever. They do so well. There's a little drive-in place here north of us. It's been open since like the 50s or whatever, and it's kind of like that where they do dogs and burgers and that's and milkshakes and stuff like that, and fries and chicken fingers and stuff.
Yeah,
but
my brother told me when he was staying in San Antonio, they used to have a Whataburger Limited, and I said, Whataburger Limited, what's that? They said, well, they have a limited menu, and they're not 24 hours, so you can just go in and get certain foods, that Whataburger serves, but with a limited menu, and then they just like close at midnight or something, And I was like, wow, okay, that's kind of weird because we don't have any of them here in the valley. And then I think just before he moved back to town from San Antonio, what they call it, they said they had closed, and I said, yeah. I said, well, I guess because their limited menu must have not been enough. I don't know.
I don't know how far northeast they go. I don't know if they're not just in Texas, but I don't know how far up they come. That'd be interesting to look and see where they are.
Yeah.
We can do that later, maybe look it up and see where they're at. I don't know. You hear about it all the time. you guys are always talking about it, but I've never seen one.
I know there's like one in Oklahoma. I don't know about. I don't know if there's one in Arizona, because it's like only in some states. It's not really, nationwide. It's not like McDonald's. But I mean, I think they want to, but it's just it hasn't branched out that fast. I know Roll Call would like one in his state, in his town. He's actually talked to the people there.
Let's see. Whataburger locations: Florida, Texas, Alabama, Mississippi, Arizona, and Arkansas. Looks like. Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, Mississippi, New Mexico, and Oklahoma. So that's quite a drive for a burger.
Ozzy, no company wants to be in Illinois. Illinois doesn't even want to be in Illinois. Illinois.
Yeah. Chickens don't have fingers. Yeah, they get them from the same place. The buffaloes, the same buffaloes.
No, chickens have fingers. It's you know how McDonald's uses genetically modified chickens with larger breasts for their chicken nuggets? Well, the same thing that makes their breasts go bigger also gives them the ability to sprout fingers.
Yeah, 10 digits.
Mm-hmm. No, actually 12.
That's 12.
9 on each hand.
Mike says they finally have a White Castle in Florida. I haven't had White Castle. I had White Castle once, and it was fine. I'm not a
greasy slider kind of guy.
Well, it's not that. It's just I'm pretty particular when it comes to onions and stuff. So, like, if I get something with onions and the onions are, I like them cooked well. Like, I like them kind of caramelized and, and then I enjoy them. But, the time we had them, the onions were a little on the raw side, and I wasn't really digging it because I can do raw onion, and I like it in small amounts on a burger, but I'll chop it up and sort of mix it in with like the mayo or something, and I like that light onion flavor. But I like it with lettuce and tomato and everything else. So if it's just onion and it's a little bit raw and there's an awful lot of it, I was like, meh.
So you don't want me making your chili dog?
No, that I'm not a big fan of. No, exactly.
You couldn't even see the chili or the dog.
I know. It was an onion dog flavored with chili and hot dog. It's like if you
like a little dog with your chili and onions.
Yeah,
it's equal parts of dog, chili, and onion.
It was a pile of onions with 2 baked beans in it and a little hot dog water drizzled over the top.
Right? Whoa. What kind of low rent, backwards ass hick is using bean chili?
It wasn't bean chili.
I like bean chili, even if it's on a dog.
Nope. No beans.
I haven't had real White Castle either. I've only had the ones you get at the grocery store. You go to Walgreens or you go to the grocery store and you find, it's a White Castle, the frozen one, with cheese and without. Oh, okay. That's the only one. And those are real hard, because you can microwave them and they're okay, but it's best to like oven or conventional oven cooked or something, so that way they get toasty.
Yeah, I think a part of it too is it just gets so overhyped, like Chick-fil-A, and it was like White Castle's here, and then everybody's like going, oh, these are awesome, and then I get overhyped and I go in and get them. I'm like, yeah, that's all right.
Well, it's like that White Castle movie, once you saw that White Castle movie, you wanted to eat White Castle.
I wasn't smoking enough weed, that's why.
Foss is out there. Foss says real onion rings or fries. If I have the choice, if I know the onion rings are good, onion rings for sure. Onion rings are one of my favorite things.
You got to be able to bite through it without it all sliding out like a snot bubble.
Yeah,
that or Burger King onion rings, where it's just basically minced onion mixed into fried batter. Those are pretty simple.
Right. Yeah, those are okay for what they are. I'll actually, if I go to Burger King, I'll get onion rings instead of fries because Burger King's fries suck. Burger King's fries are the worst. They're a really dry 3/8 inch, like a thick cut, straight cut like fry, but they're not good. They're
Yeah,
not good at all.
they're not as great. I mean, I like
Yeah.
sometimes they're okay, and sometimes I'm just like, I'll take the onion rings.
It's a crapshoot. Yeah.
The ones that I never liked was the ones from Dairy Queen. They were all right, but then they changed the type of fry, so it became better.
Mhm.
It was almost like having like Burger King fries, but just a little bit better.
Yeah,
That size of onion ring or that size of French fry that Burger King does is a 3/8 inch cut. It's usually less expensive. It's usually really priced a little bit lower than some of the other ones. And they're fine. I mean, we used a 3/8 inch straight cut fry at my old job, and they were from Lamb. The company was Lamb Weston, and they were really, really good. They were seasoned. They were pre-seasoned, and they were really good for a 3/8 inch cut for sure. We used those specifically because we liked them. But yeah, I would for sure Burger King go with the onion rings, even though they're crappy onion rings, over the fries. But if we go anywhere that has onion rings, yeah, for sure. Like always ask them to do them well done. You know, I like that onion in the middle, nice and tender. I hate pulling out a chunk of onion, like you bite it and the whole onion comes out.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, like
But,
booger.
like they decided not to
Yeah.
peel back that one layer that had a little bit of extra skin on it.
Right. Yeah. If you get that outside skin, it doesn't get soft. It's like the papery stuff. Yeah, that sucks.
so like when you get the onion rings at Burger King, do you get that little dipping sauce?
The orange dipping
Well,
sauce.
It's kind of like
Yes.
cheesy type thing.
No,
You know,
the zesty
Sometimes they
sauce.
give it to you, and sometimes they don't. At least
I don't
here
think
in my town.
I don't. It's been so long since I've had them. I don't remember even having them. Yeah, I don't even remember having them. But
It's like sometimes, you know, like how you go to the drive-through and stuff, you know, and you get stuff, and they're like, "Oh, I'll take this and this." It's okay, and sometimes they give you, the condiments, you know, they give you ketchup, and sometimes they don't, or whatever. And when you order onion rings, sometimes they throw in these little dipping sauce that's like cheesy type. I don't know. I want
it's
to say
called
it's like
zesty
ranch
sauce.
or something. Yeah, zesty sauce. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
it's pretty awesome. And sometimes I'll ask for it, and then there's like, okay, I'm heading home. I'm like, hey man, they forgot to give me the sauce.
yeah,
Like, no, it's like going to get McNuggets and you didn't get your hot
Szechuan
buffalo
sauce.
sauce or hot mustard. You know,
I'll tell you what. I think the best dipping sauce for chicken, especially, is Chick-fil-A's. They have that Polynesian sauce. It's like a sweet and sour. That shit's really good. that's
Sweet
really good.
Baby Ray's honey barbecue.
I'm more of a honey mustard guy.
I remember when McDonald's had that Szechuan sauce, or I forgot what it's called.
Oh, the Szechuan. Yeah.
Because it came out in Rick and Morty or something, and then McDonald's decided to do it. Man, I started buying chicken nuggets just for that, just to try it out. And then that sauce was so good, man. Oh, it's like chicken nuggets.
So Moo, you like honey mustard? I like honey mustard too.
Honey mustard.
What kind of honey mustard do you like? How do you like it? Like, what kind of mustard do you like? Dijon or yellow? Do you like it with mayo, without mayo? You know.
When I make it myself at home, like I just did yesterday, it's just straight up Grey Poupon and some honey.
Mm-hmm.
That fits the bill a little bit.
Yeah, I've done it lots of different ways. We did. I've done it with wasabi in it, which is really good. Wasabi honey mustard.
I would throw some horseradish in there to get more of that, you know, that Chinese, you know, hot mustard kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead.
I've always liked a little bit of mayo in it too. Like I've always thought that was really good. Like a creamy honey mustard.
Mm-hmm.
It's if you've never had it, it's really, really good. Just do the mustard and the mayo and the honey. As much as do the honey mustard and then just put a little bit of mayo in there and whisk it. Sometimes it takes a little bit to whisk it in, but that's always really good too.
Yeah, I got my my assortment of baby whisks.
Baby?
Go with your baby shoes.
Little baby whisk,
Yeah.
in a little
Baby
ramekin.
whisks.
You know, you can mix it all up in there.
Yeah. Early watch. Jimmy says, "I like mustard on my taters. Mustard on honey mustard is good on. Honey mustard's like ketchup. It's kind of good on. I'll tell you what, honey mustard might be more versatile than ketchup, because anything fried is good with ketchup. I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
Honestly, like damn near anything. But honey mustard is great on anything fried, and it's good on grilled shit too, and roasted shit and that kind of stuff. Like you like honey mustard grilled chicken or something like that. Honey mustard's pretty slamming. I think honey mustard's probably underutilized.
We should start a campaign.
Yeah, start pushing for it.
Do you have any Grey Poupon?
Yeah,
I should.
yeah. Fucking Grey Poupon is so expensive too. Like I mean, I very rarely use real Grey Poupon. there's
not
a
that
lot
much
of
difference between that and French's or whatever either. So
yeah, there's some good Dijon style mustards out there, or Dijon mustards out there that are really close, and Grey Poupon can be like twice as much. It's really tough. I mean, in the restaurant, it's. I mean, I was looking at it. My sheets here. I could tell you, it's like literally was like 60% more expensive than one of the other brands that I tried, and it was really good. I mean, it's not quite the same, but it's pluses and minuses. And when you start getting into a gallon of mustard costing you, $30 or something like that, it's like, holy shit,
Mm-hmm. Wow.
A1 sauce for tater. A1's another one. A1's good. A1's probably underutilized. A lot of people talk shit about A1, but I like A1 a lot.
Yeah.
I haven't had A1
It's
in a
great
while.
it's great on steak. It's great on burgers.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes chicken.
Yeah. Yeah.
Grilled chicken is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Yeah, A1's good. A1's good stuff for sure. I definitely like A1 on steak. I don't, that's one of those people ask like, oh, what's something, because I'm a chef. They're like, what's one thing that you do that people probably think is like shitty, or one, like a guilty pleasure or something like that. And I'm like, I dig A1 sauce on steaks, man. I don't do it out, because I do enjoy a steak with like the sauce or whatever. But if I'm grilling if I ever do it like a cheap steak at home or something like that, just like grill real quick, yeah, I'm okay with the A1 sauce. We talked about grilling. Blind grilling popped in there. What's going on, man?
Coming in to berate you.
Rub, yeah, he's gonna give me a bunch of shit. He's probably thumbing it down right now, reporting it as, unsuitable. Rub mustard on your bare chest. People at the Burger King will leave you alone. Yeah, I'm sure they would.
I mean, I think they just leave you alone. People at Burger King will leave you alone for being a cartoonish anamorphized rat.
Yeah,
That's funny.
we
Early Watch is just going crazy. He's saying putting mustard on biscuits and gravy. Do not cook with biscuits and gravy with mustard. Honey, maybe salt and pepper, little smoked paprika.
Hey, do what you like. There's no food, please. I actually,
Really gonna have to have this summons for the Board of Health and Safety for my lemonade stand that may or may not have used unpasteurized water.
I commented something on Instagram the other day. I don't remember. I might have saved it. There's a possibility I saved it. When we do Instagram tonight, there might be a video. And it was somebody doing something, and they were all people in the comment section were freaking out. And I was like, dude, do whatever the fuck you want, man.
Right.
Blind Grilling said he reported it as spam. It's not spam. We're talking about, honey mustard on spam would probably be good. That's true. He's right.
Nah, you got to get the generic like wall store potted meat to put on that
wall
stuff.
store. Yeah. Jim's spicy meat.
Hey,
Spam.
I thought we agreed that we weren't going to use my stage name on air again.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. But
Like spam. Spam and eggs. Spam and home fries and eggs.
Yeah, I like
Spam and
spam too.
pineapple.
I think a lot of it's another one of those things that people talk a lot of shit about, but if they have it done in a certain way, it's pretty damn good.
Yep. Fried
Cook it.
spam.
Cook it hard,
Nice.
let it caramelize a little bit.
I make spam grilled cheese sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do sometimes every now and then.
Yeah. Mustard and fried spam. If it's out there, Jimmy's putting mustard on it. Basically, is what's going on out there.
So if you put
raspberry chocolate ice cream, he's putting some honey mustard
Bam.
on it.
So if you make a grilled cheese sandwich,
Mm-hmm.
and then you go, oh, I got this slice of spam, and you put it in the middle, is that a grilled cheese sandwich with spam, or is that a spam sandwich with cheese?
It's a
It's grilled
spam-wich.
cheese and spam.
Do you have to lead off with the protein or something?
It would be a spam melt, like a burger melt. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Or
Spam melt.
patties melt.
Yeah.
Because
Like a patty melt. Yeah.
No. For it to be a melt, you got to have the grilled or the sautéed onions on it.
Because I
At the
made
very least for it to be a melt. Otherwise, it's just a sandwich with cheese.
So I made myself a toasted tomato sandwich yesterday, and then I looked over and there was a nice slice thin of chicken I put on the top of that. So is that a chicken sandwich now, or is it a tomato sandwich with chicken?
Tomato chicken sandwich.
You have just
Which
you
had
just
the
turned
more
it into a chicken
volume.
sandwich. Yeah.
Daggett knew you had to do this.
No, I think it has to go
I
either
like
by
grilled
weight
cheese
or
and
by,
tomato sandwich.
or by portion.
The protein. If you put a protein in it, the protein overrides everything else. Like if
Okay,
you
Midnight.
yeah.
Let's say I'm making you a sandwich.
Okay.
I take a big tomato, something about the size of a grapefruit. I
Mm-hmm.
slice it so it's like an inch thick, and then I put a little postage stamp size piece of deli turkey on it. Is that a turkey and tomato sandwich, or is that a tomato sandwich with a little bit of turkey?
That's a turkey sandwich that you ruined with too much tomato.
Even though it was a postage stamp size of turkey, it goes by proportion.
Stop
Whatever
it.
is the
Stop it.
majority stuffing
You're confusing me.
goes first.
You're confusing me. Next time my dad's gonna say, "Hey, let's make some spam and grilled cheese sandwiches." I was like, "Well, there's more cheese than spam, so is it a spam?" And oh my, now you got me saying it now.
Well, no, then that's a cheesy spam sandwich.
Yeah.
If your spam is floating in cheese, it's a cheesy spam. If it's your cheese is being fried by the grease of the spam, it's a greasy spam and cheese.
Okay.
Blind grilling out there said he just got a sous vide machine today, so he's got a bunch of videos planned. Moo, you should go on Blind Grilling show and you guys can talk sous vide.
All of my videos are about sous vide.
Really?
I have one 20-second one where I got the flamethrower putting a char on it after I sous vide the lamb.
I saw that.
you
I
did?
like that one.
That's
Swear,
interesting.
When you came out with that thing, I was like, "Oh my god, that's a weapon! Holy moly, what is it?" Then I saw the thing, and I'm like, "Oh."
That just so happens to be where I stole your face from for my Instagram post.
Is it? I wondered where that was from.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the sous vide though. It's good for the lazy cook. You know, when I buy a bunch of chicken breasts, and vacuum seal them up with my food saver, I'll throw whatever into the bag with it and then freeze it. And then if I want to start dinner, you just add like a half an hour to your cooking time by throwing it in there frozen. Mm-hmm. And so now you've got tender chicken breast with Italian dressing already in there, or whatever you want to put in there. Yeah,
they're pretty cool. I mean, they're you guys that do ribs and stuff like that, that would be a great way to start ribs out to do a sous vide rib and then hit it on the char grill.
Yep.
Last just to finish it off or something like that. That'd be an interesting thing to do.
Yeah, I did a couple racks of St. Louis ribs. I'll have to look at my cheat sheet. I think it was 165. Don't quote me on this. I forget what the temp was, but I did it for 24 hours. Mm-hmm. And then took them out, dried them off, blasted them, then put the sauce on, blasted that. It was good to go.
Wow. Yeah, it's cool.
Plus, it's fun.
Yeah, yeah.
The blaster makes it fun.
Yeah, for sure. And it's different doing doing fun cooking techniques are really neat like that, doing things differently. We used to do a butter poached lobster, and we even did it for parties. We did it as a lollipop. We do chunks of lobster meat and then butter poach them in like a little garlic butter and serve them with, this was butter overload, and people love them obviously, but we would butter poach them real quick, and then serve them with, I think I did it with like what was it? I forget what kind of hollandaise. We'd do it with a little hollandaise to dip them in. They're ridiculous.
That sounds
Crazy.
delicious.
Yeah. And it was just neat for parties. We'd serve them in a martini glass and stuff like that. You'd walk around with it and you'd just, pull it out and munch on it. Ozzy ordered that 10 millimeter Rock Island. Very cool. I've got an article here to talk about later about a Rock Island, striker fired Rock Island, Rock Island's first striker fired pistol.
Cool. Yeah, I was gonna say, Moo, that flamethrower you got, did you get it from like inspiration from American Gun Chick, when she did her little video about her flamethrower? That's funny, man. I like to see it. I just love that video. It's just so funny.
Oh,
she's impersonating what's his name? The Tiger King.
Oh man.
And she's just like, oh, and then she's with that little flamethrower. That man it looks pretty awesome, man.
Oh yeah, I'll have to check it out. I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, she's out there like shooting it out in the yard and stuff, and like targeting balloons and stuff, with it, even a drone and stuff. I was like, oh, what the heck?
Oh, yeah. This the sous vide gun works good for getting rid of spiders too.
Yeah, wow. And everything else.
Mm-hmm. All the leg hairs.
A hornet's nest, if it's low enough.
It'll look like Ape's avatar.
The hair on your leg, so that those kids that your kids bring home won't be playing with your leg hairs anymore.
That's right.
That's Ape's avatar is actually a meatloaf that Moo finished off with his blowtorch. It's the ketchup and stuff on top, got a little scorched.
Well, you see what happened is Moo got it a little too close to the meat, and he thought he plugged it. So instead of turning he turned the gas off at the bottle, but there was a little residual to it. So when he peeled it off, it got enough oxygen and just went pop, just like right in his face. Which you would think Moo would be used to having something hot and made a meat in his face.
Is it the buyback?
No. New York's cheap gun shot against gun makers. If and when Governor Cuomo signs a just-passed bill into law, New York will enact a first-of-its-kind law that would attempt to sidestep the fundamental legal principle that a manufacturer is back to this being able to sue gun manufacturers horse shit. The bill passed on its way to the governor proposed to open up firearms manufacturers and sellers to potentially unbounded civil lawsuits predicated on the mere existence of firearm violence in our society. So it's another, one that they shut down and reopened it, I guess. I don't know. Specifically, the new law would declare illegal firearm violence a public nuisance for which any person may sue a firearm manufacturer or seller for alleged harm. In theory, a claim could be based on a shooting perpetrated by a criminal with no connection whatsoever to the firearm manufacturer or seller, or even for alleged injury in the absence of a shooter where someone feels apprehensive about walking around outside due to violence in the community. Okay. They would impose liability against firearm manufacturers and sellers or any other firearms industry entity based on vague claims they contributed to the public nuisance of illegal firearm violence. For example, sweeping assertions they failed to prevent individuals from unlawfully possessing a firearm in New York. Intervening acts such as criminal or other person misusing the firearm to kill or injure someone would essentially become immaterial for liability purposes. Legal norms that have existed for centuries for who is said to be the cause of an injury and for who must pay compensation would be eviscerated. So some more dumbass shit that's gonna, oh man. I mean, I can't imagine anything like this would ever get through but it's such an annoying thing to see come up, and it's such a shitty thing to distract. It's such a shitty distraction. We'll call it a distraction. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of pay attention to it, but it's not going to go anywhere. But at the same time, like, New York is just crazy enough, or New Jersey is just crazy enough to try and push something like this through, and then cause all sorts of chaos until it becomes deemed unconstitutional eventually. But who knows? Fucking stupid. I didn't read this one, so let's check it out here. It says, every Utah sheriff vows to uphold the Second Amendment. June 16th. This has been Tom Knighton. There's a concerted push to cram gun control down our throats as a nation. However, a number of states and counties have opted to become Second Amendment sanctuaries. The idea is to protect people's Second Amendment rights from a presidential administration that has no interest in protecting anything. Yet much of the enforcement of these would fall on county sheriffs. If they decide they're not going to cooperate, it's much the same as a sanctuary resolution. Every sheriff in the state of Utah signed a letter saying they would try to safeguard the Second Amendment in the midst of proposed legislation and recent executive orders authorized by President Joe Poopy Pants Biden. Importantly, the Second Amendment of our divine-inspired Constitution clearly states that the right of the people to keep and bear arms should not be infringed, said the statement, signed by all 29 sheriffs in the state, and was released via Cache County Sheriff Chad Jensen's office. We hereby recognize a significant principle underlying the Second Amendment. The right to keep and bear arms is indispensable to the existence of a free people. So that's pretty awesome. I know a lot of people talk shit about this kind of thing, and they kind of shoot it down and they say, this is blah, blah, blah. But it's nothing but good in my eyes. It shows some solidarity in law enforcement. And I know people don't trust law enforcement as far as they can throw them, and they're almost like politicians in a way. Many of them flip-flop and they do what they got to do to get elected or keep their jobs or whatnot. But this kind of stuff is really good to see. I can't really find anything bad to say about it,
I want to start like a club to see how far we can throw politicians or
yeah. There you go.
Kind of like that midget bowling thing.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
So I don't know if I could trust them as far as I could throw them. Well, with your bad knee, Ed,
you gotta hold them like bowling balls. Your fingers up their nose and drag them and then toss them like that.
Oh, I was thinking somewhere else.
Oh, okay. Well, you can stick your fingers wherever you want. It's up to you. Blind Grilling says, so I could sue the car manufacturer because of a distracted driver across the line and hit head on? Yes. You will absolutely be able to do that. And not only that, because of what they're doing, they're considering it a public nuisance or whatever. And you could just claim damage, mental anguish, and get them in trouble. I don't know. It gets more and more ridiculous every time every time something like this comes out, it gets a little more ridiculous because they're trying to weasel their way into something. Yeah, Jimmy just said basically what I said. Let's see. What is this? So this is interesting. I'm not going to say it's good, but it's, it does show something. Disney World sees spike in concealed firearms during pandemic. So Disney World does not allow firearms. Okay.
They don't.
Obviously, which is, their prerogative to allow or disallow. I understand that. And they say a spike. It's nothing ridiculous. It's not like hundreds of people a day, but it says here at least 20 people were arrested on gun charges because they carried inside illegally, and they were arrested, I guess, in 2020 compared with only 4 in 2016. So in 2016 there was 4. In 2020 20. And now, so far this year, there's been 14. So more people are trying to carry. Now, obviously, I'm going to go under the assumption that there was no nefarious deeds planned.
That's how you get on the ride faster.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just rip a
He
few
goes,
rounds
"No,
off
no,
into the
we're
air.
next."
What do you mean there's an hour and a half wait?
Yeah. Guess what? I'm at the front of the line now, motherfuckers. There's one here that says when Orange County deputies Georgia woman was arrested after park security at Epcot entrance found a 9mm handgun in a plastic bag of marijuana in her child's diaper bag. When Orange County deputies responded, they also found a .45 caliber on the bottom of the diaper bag. The woman was arrested on misdemeanor counts. So, why she was carrying weed and guns, we'll never know. But so it is interesting. It does show, and their security is pretty strict there.
They're pretty much their own sovereign nation. You don't fuck with the mouse.
Yeah,
I'm surprised they're not checking with the wand. Like checking if you're carrying any knives or.
They do.
Guns,
they're super thorough there.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty. Yeah. It's pretty tough to get in there. Like you go through the gates, and it's not just like you walk in and they kind of peek, and they do it. They're pretty thorough. So if they're finding that many, I mean, it does show that more people are carrying. And the only reason I say that, the only reason I bring this up is not to say it's good that they caught people, but it's to show that more people are carrying, which is good.
Yeah.
What do we got here? So this is he made it. What was that? Nuts. Hot nuts.
Are they sold?
Can't even read anything. There's so many like ads and shit on everything. A major newspaper is refusing to describe the Austin mass shooting suspect. 14 people were wounded, with at least 2 critically injured during a shooting in downtown Austin. 2 men were suspected of being involved in the shooting, according to the initial reports, although the police later said the number was unclear. But there was a description of one of the suspect. But it's what the Austin American states. Oh, that's the newspaper, I guess. But it's what the Austin American Statesman said about that suspect that is causing a lot of talk today. At the bottom of this article on the shooting, the paper included the following. Editor's note. Police have only released a vague description of the suspect shooter as of Saturday morning. The Austin American Statesman is not including the description as it is too vague at this time to be useful in identifying the shooter, and such publication could be harmful in perpetuating stereotypes. If more detailed information is released, we will update our reporting. So they're so woke that they're not even allowed to say the race or gender or whatever of this person.
Hello, officer. I'd like to report someone just broke into my house. Okay. Well, they were wearing a mask and a hoodie. They were taller than me. Okay. And they were a person.
Yeah. What was the race of the person? I don't see color. You're
race.
I
you're one of those
don't
racist
assume
colorblind
gender.
people, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, what color was that face mask? I don't know, man.
Kind of a Thursday, but like a light Thursday.
Yeah. Come on, man. What the hell?
It's the same kind that other people wear.
I had a story here about Benitez catching all sorts of shit for. This is his judge who reversed California assault weapons ban faces barrage of criticism. Obviously, everybody and their brother out there wants him dead, pretty much. There's a surprise there. America's problems aren't because of ghost guns from Bearing Arms. So-called ghost guns are the big boogeyman right about now. For a while now, everyone is acting like criminals are flocking to ghost guns. These are weapons that require a fair bit of work before they're remotely considered functioning firearms. But sure, the bad guys who generally can't seem to do an honest day's work to save their lives are building ghost guns left and right. I think this is the story where they were talking about a woman that got something happened.
We get a wild squib backstage.
Oh, Squibby? Squibber?
Question: are ghost guns considered short barrel?
Well,
Who knows?
I think this
No,
is
because ghost is short. Sorry.
This is all.
Oh, okay.
We're focusing on ghost guns, but what about the ghost ammunition that gets fed to them?
That's true.
The ones that are made out of air.
And the ghost jiggers.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the story. Basically, I just clicked on it. It was funny because this woman got arrested for something. And they're making this huge deal about the fact that she had a ghost gun, but she also was in possession of a firearm that had the serial number removed. And that's just not, it's not a big deal. Like, they just don't give a shit. Like the ghost gun was the huge story here. And, the fact that she had a gun that the serial number was defaced off of it. And it's no big deal. They didn't care about that.
Law
601 half dozen.
didn't care, or the media didn't care.
The media didn't care.
So the media is ignorant of the law.
Yeah, or it's just the ghost gun is just the talking point. You know what I mean? The ghost gun is just that's the buzzword, the catchphrase, the big story. So the fact that this woman had a ghost gun was a huge deal. But the fact that she had two guns and neither of them were recognizable because neither of them had a serial number, they didn't care why the other one didn't have a serial number because it was scratched off,
The fact that she had a homemade firearm that isn't required to have a serial number until you go to sell it isn't an issue. But the fact that she had two legally purchased firearms that were made by a manufacturer that had legal serial numbers that were later scratched off isn't an issue.
Foss says a gun with the serial number removed is what a ghost gun used to be. Yeah. I wish ghost guns were for killing ghosts. There you go. You can do that. That would be a good ghost gun to build. Build one that looks like a proton pack. Put the ammo in the back like Ventura, Predator. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather just have the
I'm gonna have me some fun.
I'd rather just have the unregulated nuclear reactor on my pack. Have some real fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't tested this.
I forget how many. I saw a video once where they estimated how many rounds he would have actually shot in Predator, and he just had the backpack, which the backpack would last 2 seconds or something probably.
About
and it would be
2
gone.
seconds. That's a GAU 2B. On guns low, it's 21 rounds a second. On guns high, it's 42 rounds a second, and that one only had one position. So pick one. That backpack we used to load those. What he had on his back, we used to load those onto aircraft, and we would strap them together and daisy chain the belts of ammo together because the miniguns would eat through so much ammo so fast. It was crazy. Most of the crew chiefs didn't want to take the miniguns up. They'd rather take a 50 cal up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but of course, of all that editing and stuff, it just seemed like it shot for a long time.
It wouldn't even work.
I mean, it would be like.
It wouldn't even work. You need a power pack and a control module that are both the size of a car battery. And he didn't have that.
Look, we're talking about an invisible alien that bleeds green. And this
that's more believable.
I was going to say that.
And the fact that Arnold doesn't die. Come on, Arnold should have died at least 2 or 3 times in that.
Yeah.
They were I forget how many they were saying, like tens of thousands of rounds he would have went through, and it was like, the pile of ammo would have been 6 feet tall by
to give you an idea
by 8 feet or something,
a max loadout on a Huey with one minigun and 150 cal would be 8,000 rounds for the minigun and less than 1,000 rounds for the 50 cal.
Mm.
And we'd be struggling to get the aircraft in the air.
Hey, Squid, what's that avatar using? That pic?
Was it tank?
It looks like a tank, but it looks like something else.
That's the death probe.
The death probe. Oh,
You ever see
I've
$6
seen
Million
that.
Man?
$6 Million Man. I knew that's what it was from. I knew it was from, except from when I see it for real small, it looked like it had a turret. You know, so I was like, "Is that a tank?" No, it looks like that death probe from $6 Million Man. Yeah, I remember that sound that they used to make.
Yeah.
How they confused it with a mirror.
First shot. 141 House Republicans challenge ATF tax registration of AR pistols. That's good. I don't know that we need to read this. I just had it pulled up.
They actually state what they're thinking of taxing.
Tax and regulate one of the nation's most popular firearms. I think it's just it's that $200 tax, remember?
Yeah, but
From
they
way
give like
back
an
when.
actual bill that they're fighting against, or that, or an actual number that we can look up the verbiage on. Pistol
Proposed
braces.
rule. Well, the 71, that's the pistol brace thing.
Yeah.
$200 tax on registration. So I guess it's the pistol brace thing, actually. That's what they keep talking about, the pistol brace thing. That's good. I mean, that's pretty interesting that they're unless they're just pissed off that they're talking about taxing them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They're not pissed off that they want to get rid of them. Possibly. That wouldn't surprise me.
But they're not getting rid of them.
Not now. But that's the end goal. I mean, obviously, we all know that, right?
If they're successful, and there's no guarantee, if they're successful in somehow or another skirting the law, defying the existing laws, and making these a part of the NFA, they're not getting rid of them.
No, they're not. But they're getting rid of the current use of them, the manner of use. Yeah, I mean, they want them registered. Yeah.
I'm not saying I agree with it, but I'm talking terminology. They're not getting rid of it. As a matter of fact, they're not doing anything. This is a proposal. This is a proposal that isn't even legal to do. It isn't even legal to do. Congress has to vote to make this a law. And then if they vote to make this a law, then it becomes a part of the NFA. So they're not making these things illegal. They're not getting rid of them. And they're not following the law in order to do it. And it's just a proposal right now. We won't know anything until the fall. And even then, it can get challenged by a Second Amendment organization that's worth its medal that says, hey, you can't do this legally. If you follow the law and you want to do this, there's a way to do it, but you're not doing it by the letter of the law. And that's where we hold our Second Amendment organization's feet to the fire and say, hey, I'm giving you my money every year. Why aren't you doing your job?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I really consider the whole pistol brace thing a non-issue because A, it hasn't happened yet. B, what they're proposing is illegal. And C, we have a legal way. We have more than one legal way to fight this. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not saying we should just roll over and do nothing. But I think a lot of people are making this into something bigger than what it really is.
The wordage in those pages, part of it when you go through the worksheet, part of it is not that troublesome. I think the barrel length, the overall the length of pull, the overall length, the fact that you can't have flip up sights, you can't have a hand stop or hand angle foregrip or anything like that. The weight limit, the weight restrictions. There's a lot of things that they list that you can keep yourself within those parameters, and you can do some pretty cool stuff, right? The scary thing in there is that they have within their discretion the ability to deem something a short-barreled rifle just by deeming it a short-barreled rifle. And I think that's the biggest that's the most problematic thing, and I think that's the most dangerous part of that, is it gives them the ability to randomly, not randomly, but on the spot, look at something and say, I don't like that. That's obviously a short barrel rifle to me. I don't know what it is. I can't define it, but I know what it is when I know what it is when I see it. And I think that's that could be, if it's used aggressively, the most dangerous part of this.
I see a mountain out of a molehill. It hasn't happened yet. It's illegal what they're proposing to begin with. So we go after it from the legal means. Like I said, everybody wants to talk about how the GOA is just so much better than the NRA. They're the exact same as the NRA. So let's prove that they're better than the NRA. If the ATF violates the law and if no one in government stops them, then let's hold the GOA's feet to the fire and say, all right, you're better than the NRA. Take this to court. Use our laws, follow the legal guidelines, and challenge this and defeat it. Or you're no better than the NRA.
I was listening. I didn't get a chance to listen to the whole thing, but G was reading through all 71 pages, and I was listening to it today. And some of the stuff in there is pretty. I don't know. It sticks out like a sore thumb. Like they talk about pistol braces and things, or not pistol braces, but braced pistols being used. And they kind of make it sound like it's an epidemic, and it's literally been used in the past 2 years or whatever, like twice in crimes, in murders. And there was, I wrote it down. What did they say? There was they used the phrase when they were talking about short-barreled rifles, and the reason that they're on the NFA and that they need to be regulated is because since they are used for violence and criminality. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what is
You're
that?
You're looking at short barrel rifle from the modern definition. The NFA was created in the 1930s. Gangsters cut down rifles and shotguns to hide them because criminals gain the advantage by having the element of surprise. I understand the NFA is an outdated law and it needs to go away. But everybody who put a pistol brace on their pistol in order to have a short-barreled rifle without paying the tax stamp and without registering it circumvented the NFA because they weren't disabled and needed it. They wanted an SBR without making it an SBR. The people who have done that are just as bad as the people who come up with the NFA. Both sides are wrong. I'm not saying the NFA is right. It isn't. We need to change it. But the people who have made YouTube videos or Instagram posts or whatever they've done that have thumbed it in the nose of the ATF to say, look at me, I've got an SBR and I don't have to do what it takes to get an SBR. They're the ones who brought this down on everybody. There is no reason why somebody who isn't disabled would need a pistol brace other than they don't want to register an SBR. That's the honest to goodness truth. If we can't be honest about it, then we're not taking the position from the standpoint of we are right and they are wrong. If we want to play dirty politics like them, we're just as bad as them. The reality is none of this should be a registered item. None of this should exist.
Right.
There shouldn't be an issue with a short barrel shotgun, short barrel rifle, whatever. But the reality is even the companies that make pistol braces have advertised, hey, do this and you don't have to register your SBR.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what you get when you act like this. The owners, the manufacturers, the distributors, everybody who sold these things have asked for this, and this is what happens. This is why you don't send a letter to the ATF. This is why you don't make stupid-ass YouTube videos and Instagram posts. This is why you don't act like an ass. But this is what happens. So what do you expect?
I think there's so many of them. There are so many braced pistols, and there are so many braces out there that, and they were talking about the cost that they thought it was like in the hundreds of millions of dollars, $500 million or some crazy number, if people would replace all the braces, and how much it was going to cost for them to do that. What's interesting is there's so many out there. There should be enough support, and hopefully, and I know there's been a lot of, after hearing some of the letters that have been written, there's quite a few of them that bring up the NFA, and it's really good because, it's having more and more people talk about how short barrel SBRs aren't any more dangerous than any other rifle. It's bringing that to light, I think, too. So maybe some good will come of this. Maybe it will help get SBRs off the NFA. Maybe it'll bring to light the fact that these guns aren't used in crimes. They're used for sport. They're common use sporting items. Just like any other rifle. Even though they're pistols. I don't want to call them other rifles because they're not rifles technically, but I don't know. I just it's an interesting thing going on.
At one point, concealing your firearm was considered ungentlemanlike. It was considered you were considered a criminal if you concealed your firearm. And then what happens a long time after that? Concealed carry is considered the more modern, more civilized way to carry your gun. Open carry is so vilified because it's just bad. But concealed carry, that's so look how things have changed. In the 20s and 30s, criminals hid their guns under coats. Well, criminals still hide their guns under coats today. But how many gangbangers carry an SBR or an SBS? It's not common, but it isn't uncommon. It does happen. It's just not as common. Sure. But the thing is, look what has happened with them. Yes, they've become more of a self-defense. They've become more of a sporting. So, yes, I think that organizations like the 2AF, the FPC, the GOA should be pushing on that to get these damn things off the NFA, to take this situation and flip it and use it and pressure those politicians to remove these from the NFA, one thing at a time, right? Instead of us all going, we're all criminals overnight, which we're not. Nothing is a law. Quit crying. Quit worrying about it. It is not a law. Quit quaking in your boots. Take this as an opportunity to make this go away. Or be a pussy. Be a pussy and sit there and cry and build your analytics on your channel by putting memes and titling your videos in a certain way. And we're all going to be in jail tomorrow and all this other horseshit that all these fearmongers on YouTube do, that all these people that claim to be 2A, but really they're about the potential to make money. They're not about the Second Amendment. They're about cashing in. If you really want to be about the Second Amendment, then do this. Take these damn things off the NFA and be done with it. But no, people don't want to do that. They want to just sit there and cry and whine and get attention. Attention builds analytics. Analytics is potential for money. They're no better than all of these gun rights organizations, the NRA, the GOA, the FPC, the 2AF, and all the state organizations that only give a shit about one thing. How much money can they get off of you because you're afraid? They're not really interested in making gun control go away. And any one of them who says they want to work themselves out of a job is a blatant liar.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of using they're going to turn millions of gun owners into felons overnight argument, because I don't think they give a shit. I think that's the biggest thing. I think if they're going to do it, they're going to do it. They don't give a shit whether you turn into a felon or not. They're going to say, turn them in, come do your thing. They don't care. So, but I think this turning into a catalyst to, like I said, to show how silly it is to have SBRs regulated like they are. Maybe not. Maybe that's okay. I don't know. Maybe it'll turn a negative into a positive in a way.
Why not? Why not use it that way? Quit being a coward and just go out there and do it.
Yeah. No, I agree on that. Let's see, what do we got next? Oh, look at some guns. Let's look at some guns. A little article that says, now, and what's really funny, and the reason I pulled this up was anytime it's a top 5 long guns, it doesn't matter what it is. This is top 5 long guns for boating defense.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought of. I pulled this up because I thought about Moose. Moose always talking about his boat.
I don't have rod holders. I have gun holders.
There you go.
You imagine all like the AR sticking out of the rod holders?
Yeah, barrel down.
Oh, wait a second.
No, if you put a barrel down, you blow a hole in the boat thing, you'll really lose them all in that boating accident.
You can, I guess you can, if your hand grip fits into it, then you can mount it that way. That would be awesome.
Maybe we should get some R&L displays, adapters for those.
Of course, the AR-15 is one of them, and that's the reason when I said like top 5 long guns for fill in the blank. AR-15 is always there. I don't care what it is: home defense, car defense, boat defense, plane defense. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. I don't.
It's a good, solid, all-round gun.
Yeah, damn thing will do anything. And some of the other ones are pretty cool. A sandwich. Mossberg, the 590 Mariner. I really think the black and silver on these are really kind of cool, and that's what really made me look at this. Is I dig that silver and black look on weather resistant guns. I think it's pretty neat.
I actually got to handle a legitimate 590 when I was at the gun shop for the first time the other day.
Oh yeah.
I agree. It since I've ever seen that classic version, the synthetic stock is just not the same.
Yeah, it's hard
on it.
Yeah, it's the synthetic is it's utilitarian and whatever. I mean, my shotgun, my short barrel, not my short barrel shotgun, but my short 18.5-inch shotgun has, polymer, and it's nice. It's cool that it's all black and whatever, but there's just something nice about having a nice checkered stock and stuff like that. These all-weather Henrys are pretty sweet looking too. Those are pretty cool. And if you do a lot of for hunting and stuff like that, that'd be really nice. They're not going to get banged up. They have the Ruger PC carbine. That's pretty cool. It's a pretty neat little boat gun. I can see that.
Because it takes block mags. And
then I didn't even realize this thing existed. It's the Benelli Nova. I mean, we know the Benelli Nova exists, but they call it the Benelli Nova H2O. That's pretty neat. It's a all-weather, nickel-plated kind of thing. That's
high quality H2O.
Some high quality H2O. I will say this though, I don't think that's a real nice looking shotgun.
I mean, when I first bought mine, you go on Benelli's website and kind of look for, okay, what can I get from them for this to add on to this or that, and I saw that, and it's not that nice looking. It's definitely what corrosion resistant, since the whole freaking receiver is coated in polymer, the forearm's coated in polymer, and the rest the internals are pretty much plastic.
Are you talking the looks of the stainless on the black? That's what you're talking about?
No, it's I don't like this the pistol grip part here. I don't like those ribs, the ridges. I think that's kind of weird and cheap looking. And I don't really like this four stock. No, and that's I mean, maybe it feels great. I don't know. You know what I mean?
It does, and that cut in on the top there, it gives you a little bit of extra leverage. But yeah, it's definitely kind of almost too long of a foregrip. But
Comb.
I think it's got to have it,
Oh,
or it might have to be
foregrip.
that long since it's got that Benelli button on the underside of the pump. You press it in while you're racking it, and it won't lift, won't eject the next shell into the lifter.
There's Gabriel says Remington made one that's poly-coated too. Yeah, everybody makes one. Winchester made a SPX Mariner, I think, too, that was
That
really
Remington
sharp a
one
couple of
was
years
just
ago.
Weird.
Go ahead.
It's like a Klingon gun with all the ribs and that. It was like, oh, hey, the Benelli Novas and the Supernovas are like really popular right now. We need to make something, but for not a lot of money.
I feel like visually, like that gun, the Benelli Nova, is not nearly that. That Mossberg 590 is just classic. There's just something classic about it. It's just such a nicer. I don't know. I gravitate towards that a whole lot. But yeah, the Winchester one, I actually almost bought one. I was on the lookout for one a couple of years ago, and then I ended up stumbling into this Stevens 320 that I bought. Not that the Stevens is a better gun, but it just kind of fell into my lap. But yeah, the Winchester is a really nice, sharp looking shotgun too, for sure.
Meh. So, Moo,
Both
which one are you
guns.
getting, and when are you giving us the rest?
Yes.
Tomorrow.
Like tomorrow, or tomorrow as in the day that's never going to come, because it's always tomorrow.
The day that never comes.
Unlike your wife until she found her boyfriend. Boom.
Ooh.
Which one?
I think it was Chantel, maybe.
Chantel on her way from Milan to Minsk.
No, I think it was just when your wife was having her hair did.
Laser hair or
I think it was the full package.
We were talking about this earlier. Somebody was talking about Ozzy bought a Rock Island in 10. Rock Island Armory rolls out the STK 100, their first ever striker fire pistol. I like this because we can call it the Stake 100. That's a big plus, calling it the Stake 100.
Stink.
The Stink 100. The Stick 100. It's the Stick 100.
One in the stink.
It's very M&P-ish. M&P.
Well, it's kind of like a Glock M&P hybrid almost.
Yeah, kind of.
It's got two in the mag and one in the chamber.
Okay, Moo, you really need to work harder on that, sounding like you work for Feinstein.
Go with the shocker.
The shocker, yeah. Shockwave? No, not quite. So I do like it. It's pretty nice looking. I mean, it's got an awful lot going on in the grip there. They tried real hard to make it look cool, that's for sure. I don't think they had to do all those different types of cuts and ribbing, like the texturing and stuff like that. But
it's an alloy, right?
Yeah, it comes with an aluminum grip to make it more durable and give it enough added weight to give it a smoother feel with less felt recoil. There's also less flex in the gut for improved accuracy.
Now, with all those cuts,
Chamber
I'm wondering,
9.
do they doing like an aluminum injection molding, or are they actually going and cutting out all that stuff?
I know, right? That's true. I didn't even think about that. That's an awful lot of work to go in and do each one, right?
Well, it's not just whether it's work or not. It's just that, oh yeah, it's going to be less work and therefore less cost if we don't, rather than. Because aren't these supposed to be like MSRP 4-ish or something, 4 or 5?
I don't know. We'll get down to that. Got an extended beaver tail. That's kind of 1911-ish looking back in the back there. Yeah. Optics ready. STK Arms Corps President. 9mm, 4.5-inch barrel, 7.91 overall. Overall width is 1 1/4. Height is 5'16", 5 1/16. Weighs 1.8 pounds, so it's not super light for sure. Retaining screw, so it's not adjustable front. Aluminum integrated on the frame. Trigger pull is 3 to 7. That's a pretty big range, 3 to 7. And MSRP is $600. It's a little higher than I thought it was going to be.
So street price well, when it's new, it's probably going to be full MSRP. So knock
Yeah.
$50 to $60 off of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, Glocks are going for that same amount of price, and they're, plastic fantastic.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, M.
Glocks are
Gabriel.
fantastic.
M. Gabriel says the aluminum grip is nice, but all those textures on the grip do not look good. You know what would be interesting is somebody that did, if they did like inserts, like side plates or something, where you could change the texturing if you like texturing or you didn't like texturing or something like that on this,
Yeah. I think that would be cool. You can have aggressive texting or texturing or less.
Yeah. All right. We are done with articles.
Instagram time.
Instagrams. Let's see what's on the grams this week. The grandma. And this this fucking guy. So talk about, you say, who, if these are your friends, who needs enemies kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
What a dick.
That's what you get for falling off, Skyler.
Yeah, what an asshole.
Skyler.
Skyler. Disney, a ladder. Coming this fall.
Ladder. I'm coming this fall, ladder.
You love
this guy
ladder.
says, I know, Arabian Heights, this guy says.
Yeah, I just watched today with my family Luca. I think that's the name of the movie, Luca. So it's like some kind of sea monsters that kind of like get on land and they become human-like. So they like explore and stuff. It's kind of like Little Mermaid type, except for, it's a guy version, they get to walk around and learn stuff and stuff. Pretty good movie.
And because this never gets old.
Wee.
Hashtag Father's Day goals.
This is how wiener dogs are made.
Father's Day.
Taco Bell reveal.
You know what that means? You mean that thing that we almost never do, or that thing we never do?
Because
shout out to the men who didn't just come and go. They sprayed and stayed. Happy Father's Day. Now here's some kitchen nightmares bullshit. That's a fucking mess right there.
Speaking
of
mayonnaise. Day.
Yeah. All up his arm and shit. He's living the dream right there.
He's a sprinkler.
Cucumber salad, extra dressing, add chicken, protein, temperature. If other than medium rare, please do the chicken rare, not dry and hard. Add goat cheese. God, I hope that's pretend.
Mm-hmm.
There's another one. Bam.
Goat cheese.
Gosh.
That's a fucking mess right there. That sucks. That's a bummer.
Drop the milk. Drop the mustard.
There's a whole lot going on there. There's something. I think a whole shelf of something fell. I don't know. Something's a mess there.
You got your sauce mixed with my sauce.
Yeah.
Looks like she had a snark.
Hold the anchovies. Hold the anchovies. Extra black label. Courvoisier. Extra jizz and titties. To go. Bam. Hey, this guy too. Happy Father's Day. melted something on the stove. He put the cutting board on a hot stove.
Whoops.
Oh, yeah, it
Yeah.
came right through. Gotcha.
Yeah.
But on the plus side, it is an electric one, so you can replace the burner, unlike a gas one where you've got to throw out the whole assembly.
Yeah.
If you have an electric stove, I'm going to come over and hit you in the head with a tack hammer.
I did
There
when
you
I was in the apartments, but that's because no one wanted to run gas to 20 units. I
Because
mean,
we have a
hey, if it
communal toilet in this
sanitizes, it
apartment.
sanitizes.
Yeah.
I just feel
They
sorry
have a
for the poor
communal
bastard
toilet,
who has
and
to
Everyone
unscrew
gets their
him
own
from the
toilet seat.
What's up, my fellow trees? So anyway, photosynthesis, am I right?
We have those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those-
Are they the ones that produce the glowing squirrels, or the ones that produce the nuts that burn when you eat them?
Mm-hmm.
Bernie nuts.
I'm just gonna scooch in right here if you don't mind. Shh. We've been trying to contact you regarding your car's extended warranty.
I hate
Just when
those
you-
calls, man.
Just when you thought they got old.
If you can get someone fired for stating their opinion, you are not the oppressed. You are the oppressor. America. Waiting for that first Juneteenth sale on bedding and appliances because you know it's coming. Eric Haywood. Our entire inventory is 3/5 off while supplies last. Too soon? This guy does all sorts of these Kid Spock. He has a bunch of them. Kid Spock, Nirvana, like Vince Vaughn. There's a lot of. Oh, this is a bummer. Yeah. Guy sees the first deer, hits the brake, oh, and yeah. Wee.
Everybody,
Hey, didn't even break the rear window.
It was
Big
Bronco
old elk.
Billy.
Yeah.
crisscross will make you jump.
I like this. The question is, what would you do? Comment below. What the fuck are you supposed to do? There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Probably,
He stopped.
I don't know, slide my butt out of the vehicle, shake my legs to get out any chunks, and go about my day.
What are you gonna do?
It's because we've seen a thing or two.
Because we've done a thing or two. That's
Hey,
why I haven't done
there's
anything in my life.
there's a shop near me that's selling a Savage 110 338 Win Mag Bear Edition. I didn't even know these existed, but that's pretty cool.
I'm not
With the bear
seeing
paw on
any
the bottom.
leather chaps or a biker cap if it's a bear edition.
Oh, different bear.
Oh, the fuzzy bear, not the burly bear.
I do like 338 Win Mag. That's a cool round.
I had one. It is cool.
Should get that in a pistol.
I'm pretty sure
God.
someone will make it.
God. Okay. So there are only 2 animals left to be created, and there are 100 legs for them to choose from. Centipede. I'll take your entire stock. Snake. Oh,
Bruh.
bummer.
Centipede.
Hey, what's going on here? Dear kids, pumping your arm. Dear kids, pumping your arm to have me toot my semi's horn. We enjoy that just as much, if not more than you. Never stop. Sincerely, the American truck driver. I thought that was pretty cool. Mother's Day? Father's Day. This guy says, my dad is currently staking tomatoes and replacing an outlet.
No, man.
Yeah, no, ma'am.
No.
Oh, man, this is crazy. So this dude, there must have been a guy behind this guy. So he passes the truck. The other dude passes him and just fucking loses it.
Oh, he hit
Just-
that big
he's
old
going-
dip. Hit that
Yep.
dip in the road.
Would you like
Story
some
has
of
it.
that dip?
Story has it he's still sliding through that field to this day. This is another one of those guys. Tim Diesel.
Tim Diesel.
Oh, here you go.
I look at this.
Tickle, tickle, tickle.
Jesus Christ.
Wink.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird.
What the hell?
Mr. Hanky.
Is that fake money?
No, it's like some other
Pounds.
country. I don't know.
It's pounds.
Oh, this shit's crazy. We don't need to listen to him talk. So a piece of rebar, he must have hit it, right? Check this shit out.
Oh shit.
Up through the fucking seat,
Ooh.
or up through the bottom, up through the seat, into the fucking seat, and up straight up. Check that out.
Shit.
Damn.
Dude, that's fucking scary.
Could have gone up his exit chute.
Mhm.
Dang, that's scary.
Fix
man.
your iron deficiency real quick.
Here's one for you, Moo. Here you go. Here you go, Moo. Check this out. This will make you nervous.
Whoa.
Oh,
That's
Hey,
crazy.
Yep. How about it? Man,
Now that's
'Cause you
pod
figure-
racing.
he's 155 kilometers an hour. So, you know, if he's
60 miles
doing
an hour
60
is-
something, he's doing 60.
60 is
and-
100 miles an hour.
Yeah. So whatever. Yeah. So you know, even if he's doing the same speed as them and they're coming at each other at like 130 miles an hour, that is scary.
Yeah, any little mistake, man. Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen some crap driving my bike.
Here's your car. We just delivered it.
Car's here.
All set.
She was
That's like-
filming
Was it-
it thinking like, oh man, we're getting our brand new car delivered. This is awesome. Cars
That must have-
delivered, man.
That must have been delivered by FedEx.
So I feel bad for this kid, but this is the epitome of like this dude is like no fucks given. He's like, don't do it. Don't do it, kid. I'm telling you. This is where Billy knows he fucked up. He just does it with his arms tucked behind his back. Oh, man.
God, man.
Oh my god, you want to see a car fucking disintegrate? And gone.
Oh.
You can actually see the dude come out of the car. It's pretty crazy. Right there. That's him. That's the
Ah.
driver. That's the fucking driver. Oh yeah, AC saying the screams. Yeah, that kid screams. You know he's broken up pretty bad. Ugh. I don't even know what some of these are. I don't remember. Oh. You ever seen anybody get hit with a pool stick? That clunk. That was a hell of a clunk, man.
I don't think you noticed.
AC says, yeah, he's dead.
Mhm. Or wishing
This is
so.
a pretty good. This is a pretty good park job. And whoop,
Nailed it.
There you go.
nailed it.
You see me rolling.
I've seen that one.
What
Water.
nerdy.
Oh.
I don't know why this dude is getting chased. I don't know what he did, but he decides to take off his shirt. So he's obviously from the South because that's how you fight. That's how
Florida
you fight.
man.
And he picked up a couple of rocks to throw at the guy. And the other car takes off, and he's like, "Oh,
my
shit,
cover, my cover.
motherfucker's chasing him
Back
around."
here.
Mhm.
Ugh.
Stole his lighter.
Mother puss bucket.
This guy got Clintoned. A French inventor who filmed some of the first motion pictures vanished mysteriously in 1890. His wife believes someone murdered him because he was about to exhibit his invention in New York. Edison later took credit for inventing the first moving picture camera. This guy got Clintoned. He got Epsteined.
Mhm.
Something you might hurt yourself riding on.
Oh Lord. You know
You know what I'm thinking, Steve.
You know what I mean?
what I'm thinking? You know what I'm thinking? A penis.
And it was 0. Nobody said that. And I feel that's bullshit. I guarantee if you asked 100 people in public, name something you could hurt yourself riding on, a
Right.
bunch of them are going to say a dick.
Yeah.
I never meant to cause you any sorrow. I never meant to cause you any pain. I only wanted one time to see you laughing. I only wanted to see you laughing with a purple range.
Purple rain.
Purple rain.
Purple
Purple rain.
Woo!
That thing is wild, man.
Add to cart.
Yeah, right. When Sweden is playing Denmark, it's SWE playing DEN. The remaining letters that are not used are DEN MARK. There you go. Think about that.
Mind
Yeah, mind blown.
Mind blowing.
Name a crazier way to lose your kid. See you later, kid.
I don't know. Wasn't there that
Why do you
that
let
one a couple
go?
weeks ago where that kid got caught up in that kite?
Yeah.
Oh,
The dad's like, let go. What are you doing?
No, it took me 9 months to create this one.
I know we're trying to be woke and all that, but I agree with this. This is actually disgusting. Forcing a child who doesn't know any better to do something just because you believe in it. No child should be made to wear Crocs in public. Please stop this.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag stop the Crocs.
that's crock shame.
It's a crock of shit. That's what that is.
Mhm.
Somebody tagged me in this. I don't remember what it is.
I saw that one.
Somebody
That's what
tagged
I
me
was-
in that. I don't remember. Kinky. It might have been Kinky tagged me in that. I don't remember.
It's like, hey, it's time.
Did you see the vegetables getting it on Kinky's Instagram?
Yeah, he
Oh,
tagged.
yeah.
He tagged me in that. He
I,
tagged me.
I
in
was
that.
like, what?
Like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, after watching it like the 30th time in a row, I was like, okay, it's time to stop. This is getting ridiculous.
Someone you know is gay. Someone you know is bi. Someone you know is from Ohio. Someone you know is transgender. Maybe even someone you love. Think before you speak hate. Don't be talking shit about Ohio.
Yeah.
Ohio sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio. That's actually Japanese. Ohio.
Stand your ground. You can legally kill uninvited guests on your property in Texas, but they don't want you to get an abortion, which is weird because they're kind of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Purple range. Purple
Yeah, I know, right?
Rain.
I know.
It's
That's
stuck in my head.
Yeah, it's stuck in my head too, man.
A new menu item. Me. Nah, that's too many allergens. There you go.
Oh,
I don't know where this
gosh.
is, but that's a crazy mess of a dumpster thing. So I don't know if you guys know what burrata is.
No idea.
When you make fresh mozzarella and you melt the curd, then you can actually take some of that soft curd that's not like drained yet, and they envelop it in fresh mozzarella. So it's almost like a water balloon has water in it. This is like fresh mozzarella with like mozzarella curds inside, and they mix it with a little heavy cream. So it's really kind of weird. It's interesting. It's great. It's good, but so you can't do vegan. So it's burrata. dairy allergy, vegan. I don't know what the fuck they were talking about there. That's crazy. That's a bummer. Dummy didn't turn the hoods on. The suppression system went off. So they had the Ansel system go off. That's a mess. I'll tell you what. Berries, cleaning up berries is a pain in the ass. If you've ever dropped like raspberries or blackberries on the ground, strawberries and blueberries aren't so bad. But raspberries and blackberries are a freaking pain in the ass. Because you try and sweep them up and you just smash. Suck.
Yeah.
It's a bitch. Tomatoes aren't that big of a deal. Just missed a trash can. There you go.
Oh, man.
There you go.
Somebody's overcooking the French fries.
Well, they're probably boiling out the fryer.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is you put water in the fryer, and then they put a powder in it. It's called like boil out or something like that. And you turn the fryer on. And it heats up the water, and it boils, and there's a chemical in there then. I've never used it because I don't really see the need in it, but I just flush it out with water, clean it out, flush it out. But some people do boil them out. And what they probably did was filled it up too much.
Yeah.
And turned it on, and now it's boiling over all over the goddamn place, and it's a fucking mess.
Man. Look at that.
Yeah, it sucks. Local sea ass piccata with mashed. Some of that sea ass. There's another song for us. Now I ain't saying she's a gold digger, but she did migrate to California in 1849.
Facts.
With that, facts. ATF tries to ban everything gunslingers. Can you hear me now? I want that. Hell yeah.
Needs more lasers.
AC says Thomas Edison was a piece of shit. He's all angry out there about Thomas Edison.
There was a guy that kind of did the same thing like that with the guns. He did it with paintball guns. And man, it was crazy, man.
If I ever bite into a hot dog and it's a carrot, somebody's dying.
Carrot dog.
But is it a carrot
It's
sandwich?
vegan.
It's a carrot sandwich.
Vegan.
Yeah.
It's a carrot sandwich. It's vegan.
Yeah. I feel like. Oh, yeah, just a dude.
But
hold on a second. Now I remember why.
Oh my God. That must have been a sight.
Talk about getting out of hand quickly, right?
That is quickly. Yeah, hey guys, how do you like line voltage at 10,000 volts and 400 amps?
Yeah.
The
Fucking
monkey has
welder.
the right expression.
When you go to click the next episode and realize you just finished the series, that's a bummer. You're like, what, that was the last one? Oh, come on, man.
Come on, man.
This shit looks slamming, okay? So, chopped meat. It's basically going to make like, kind of like sausage or something like that. Right? You mix some stuff in there. We're looking good so far. Grab some caul fat, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And watch this, though. Dude, this shit looks so fucking good.
Oh,
Look at that.
Dang.
I want it.
Dude, that stuff looks great.
Moo would eat it. Mikey would
It's
eat
basically
it.
like a
anything.
sausage, except it's not in the casing. In a casing, it's in the fat, the caul fat. But yeah, that stuff looked great. I was like, whoa, look at that.
Is it too late to add it to the menu?
Yeah, I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you try to send a dick pic and your phone says file too large. I've never had that happen. Oh, that's weird. Ooh, this is weird. This is weird. Weird.
Oh shit!
Happy Father's Day.
They probably took the baby out to do some sort of surgery. I've heard of this kind of thing happening where they'll remove the whole, the placenta with the baby in it and do some kind of surgery if they need to, and then replace it. But that's just fucking weird, isn't it? Isn't that
It's
wild?
fucked up.
Yeah, it is. It's wild,
Yeah.
man.
It's amazing, is what
It's
it
like
really
disturbing.
is. But
Yeah,
They should
Yeah.
put
it's just kind
What?
of a disclaimer.
They should put like a window in every pregnant chick's gut.
It's
It's like, check it out.
moving. It's moving.
this is the most unsettling takeoff in the history of takeoffs. Like this dude
there's
obviously
person in
should. There is, yeah, but I don't know that he's supposed to be. And
Are you gonna take off by itself?
he's
That's
in
what
there.
I thought
but
it was doing.
Oh, he's in there.
I don't know that he knows exactly what he's doing. Like I feel
And
like he's
stalled.
not supposed to be doing this because they're all looking like, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening.
My son's in there. What is he doing?
Yeah,
You see,
Oh,
this
it's
is
not
what
bad.
happens when you give your little niece or nephew, when they're 10 years old, one of those radio-controlled airplanes.
No, it's
Yeah.
like the balloon boy. He's in there.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
balloon boy.
Flies
It's
through
balloon
the
boy.
air with the crappiest of ease.
Or like he's just maybe this dude is just learning or something. You know, I don't know. It made me nervous watching. I kept waiting
like
for him
the
to come
Wrights
down.
brothers.
Dad said I
God.
couldn't take the plane out. Screw Dad.
And God told Adam, "You are the first creature." Adam, what about that thing over there? God, I don't know, man. She was already here when we got here.
Man, dude, I don't know what she eats that she stays like she still gets older and older and she's still around, man. I think she ain't eating no McDonald's, man. That's for sure, man. Or any
Ground
junk
up
food.
baby blood.
That's what they were taking that baby out for.
Sacrifice.
She was probably eating it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Ugh.
McCarthy announces he will strip Ilhan Omar of the committee spot. Get her the hell out of there, man. Angry,
She's like-
mean.
She's like, I'm being taken out. God.
Oh,
I
you
can't
think you
believe
can do
they're
that
doing
to
this.
me? Think again.
When you come home lit as fuck and you lost your keys and have to climb through the window, take the
I
blinds. And take the blinds with you.
I think those are shoes.
New fashion.
This is a tough decision to make. White dudes before a concert. NBA jersey, unbuttoned Hawaiian shirt. Which one do you go with? Ooh, tough.
Shirt.
There could be only one.
Here you go. Baby Yoda drink. It's a Baby Yoda teeny. Actually, it's a margarita.
Margarita teeny.
It's a Baby Yoda yogurt. Yoda Rita.
So are
There
those
you go.
jalapeno slices or pickles as eyes?
I think they're
They're lime.
jalapenos.
Yeah,
No, I
yeah,
think it's
looks
jalapeno.
like-
I think it's
Oh, it
jalapeno.
does look like jalapeno.
Either
Yeah.
that or you've
Yeah,
got
it
some real
does.
small limes. Maybe kiwi. Nah, kiwis wouldn't hold up.
Ooh, kiwi.
This could end good.
Okay.
This ain't.
Oh,
It's not gonna.
whatever happens,
No.
they deserve it.
Yeah, this is exactly.
I'm king of the world.
Oh,
He's
But
like,
he didn't spill
nothing
his
can
beer.
hurt me. Oh.
Fuck that. Well, I mean, that
You
guy
know
never
what?
has to worry about Father's Day.
you know what? He
Yeah.
didn't spill his drink. He set it down nice and gingerly.
Yeah,
So
I'll give him
it
20
couldn't have
points
hurt
for that.
that much.
Biden.
Biden gets no
Okay.
pudding cup today as punishment for taking a question. Huh.
Pudding
I'm a
cups.
ninja with my mask.
Who the hell's been giving him pudding cups? Jello cups
Pudding.
only people.
You can't have
I
any
know,
pudding
right?
if you don't eat your meat.
That's right.
Thank you, Elton Brown. You are a national treasure.
Oh, this is an old one, but a good one. This one pops up all the time, but yeah, kick my bike, will you? Oh, I'll tell you what. You don't mess with a dude's bike. It's just not cool. And you're done. And you're done too. Then knock your buddy out just for good measure.
Take that, bitch.
Why you texting? Why? We heard President Trump do with Abby from time to time. It is just a pervasive hostility towards the president, and anti-democratic hostility towards the president.
Why are you so confident he'll change his behavior, Mr. President?
Yeah, I'm not confident in changing behavior. What the hell? What do you do over time? So when did I say I was confident?
You said in the next 6 months.
I just hope we never see the likes of ever again.
I'm not gonna respond to that. Let's focus on the problem. Focus on this man. You're forced. Now go to shush.
Biden's getting angry in his old age.
Yeah. Why is God getting angry?
Dementia and launch codes. What could possibly go wrong?
He needs a Snickers.
Mm-hmm.
I had a friend of mine who was worried about Trump becoming president, and he was like, he's gonna have access to the
right
button and all that stuff. I said, oh yeah, well look at Biden. He's got access to the buttons, and I worry about him more than Trump. And Trump didn't do anything.
Los Angeles.
Having their goods thrown out by
they ditched a bunch of their food, bunch of unlicensed street vendors. The health department shut them down and dumped all their product. People were all pissed off about it. They didn't have to dump their food away. They didn't have to throw it away. And I'm like, man, you know what? That shit happens, man. If you have if you're even in a restaurant, if you get an inspection and something is deemed non-sellable, they will. People joke about it, but they'll take it out back, throw it in the dumpster, and pour bleach on it, so you can't sell it.
Is that also something like works with say at the end of the night you have food and stuff, you can't give it away to the public?
Yeah, it
there's always people that have rules like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's some definite. It depends on how the food has been, what has been done with the food. Like if it's been out on a buffet or something, and it's been out for a certain amount of time, you're not allowed to resell it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's food.
Then, like you have a bakery or something, Sometimes there's a lot of people saying that we can give this to the shelter
like a mission or
starving people in Africa.
Mission stuff. And some people say no, we can't because corporate says we can't. I said, man, you're just throwing that stuff away.
Right, and that's a corporate thing, and that's their corporate policy, and I do believe that's bullshit. I think if you have something that you like donuts, like they were made in the morning, and in the evening comes and the corporate says get rid of them. I think they should be offered to. I don't, not the general public, you know what I mean? But I mean, I think if you have a mission or, homeless shelter or something, that they should be offered to that. And if there's no other way, then, I mean, you do what you got, you do what you can or whatever, or do what you have to, I guess. But there is liability, and a lot of places are scared of the liabilities, and we're such a litigious society that, you donate something and somebody gets sick, then all of a sudden it comes back on you.
Well, the next thing is going to be making chili out of old hamburgers.
I know, right?
Yeah,
even if
he's gone. Yeah, he's gone. I was like, he hadn't said nothing. He's like, oh, he's on. He's not here.
When I just did my Serve Safe a couple of weeks ago, and I asked that question specifically about giving away food off of like buffets and stuff like that. And he said, if it's legal for people, it's legal to do it. A lot of places don't. And I said, well, is it because if somebody doesn't handle the food wrong, if somebody handles the food improperly and they get sick, can they sue you? And he actually said no. He said once if food was properly, if food was fine at the restaurant, if somebody takes it home, once it leaves your premises, it's no longer your liability. Now, that's a legal thing. But in the world that we live in now with social media and everything, if somebody takes something off a buffet, leaves, let's say it takes them an hour to get home and it's sitting in the trunk of their car, and then they go inside and they're like, oh shit, I forgot the food out in the car an hour later. And now your food's been sitting around for a couple hours. Next day they eat it and they get sick. They're going to, there's a lot of people out there that aren't going to say, oh, you know what? I fucked up. I left it in the car and blah, 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 all this stuff, and I got sick. It's my fault. They're going to call the restaurant and be like, your food got me sick. Now they're on social media. They're on Yelp. They're on, on your Instagram page. You guys got me sick. You guys got me sick. No, we didn't. It's your dumbass fault. But so that's why I personally think it's a bad idea. But I was interested to hear that the guys say no. Once it's agreed, basically an agreement that they're accepting the food as fine, and it's at their own risk now. So that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, kind of like a chain of custody thing,
Yeah, it's like, it's like you were accepting this food, believing that it was fine. So, to say that it wasn't later on isn't gonna hold up. Or trying to say that it wasn't isn't gonna hold up. This guy, age 46, I just think that why would you name your kid Dick Bland? I don't know. That's all I want to know.
We have a sense of humor.
So it shows up in the phone book as Bland Dick.
Yeah, it's like that singer Richard Marx. Why would you name your kid Dick Marx? I don't know.
Dick Trickle.
Would you rather be naming him Harry Dicks?
Right. Richard
Trickle. Right. In the neighborhood, we had a guy named the family name was Ball, and I used to hang out with one of the kids there. His name was Chris, and I used to always tease him like, dude, if you ever have kids, don't call him Harry. Is Harry Ball? Yeah. Is Harry Ball here today?
What the hell?
We had Dick Ball and Harry Long.
It's probably the same guy that opened up this business. It's an ass blowing studio. My dad's 85th birthday. Took a picture outside the restaurant which was in a very artsy part of town. It wasn't until I posted it on Facebook, and a friend pointed out the writing on the wall behind us.
It reminds me of that one picture I saw where there was a kid. He was taking a school picture, and he had a shirt saying Bassmaster.
Yep.
But the B got covered up, and it said ass master.
Hey, Mr. Knives.
Here's one. It says, idiot put purple cabbage in a vegetable stock. That's good one. Good job, buddy.
Purple stock.
Cabbage.
Purple stock. Purple range. Purple.
Midnight range. Midnight range.
Woo! I don't know what's going on here. These poor guys.
It's a bar mitzvah. Being initiated?
I don't know what they were shoving him into.
Yeah.
The fryer.
Yeah. Get in the fryer, you son of a bitch.
Stealing
it says, ladies, if your man swims like this, he's not going to do that thing you like in bed. He's swimming with his mask on.
Nice.
The manager you asked to speak to doesn't give a fuck either. I want this for the restaurant.
Macrame.
I like it.
That'd be cool. The manager has a message for you. Here you go.
If you don't like that, you can have two for twice the price.
There you go. Speaker Pelosi refuses to say if an unborn baby at 15 weeks is a human being.
CNS News. The Supreme Court this fall will review a Mississippi law that bans most abortions after 15 weeks of pregnancy. Is an unborn baby at 15 weeks a human being?
Let me just say that I'm a big supporter of Roe v. Wade. I am a mother of 5 children in 6 years. I think I have some standing on this issue as to respecting a woman's right to choose.
Is it a human being?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Nice.
Wait, she had 5 children in 6 years?
So you got to be good at something. You got to be good at something. I guess cranking out kids and lying to the public is.
You got to let that thing snap back a little bit.
Now it's easier.
Maybe she was only attractive with that motherly glow.
There you go.
The Skeletor. I see dead people.
I like this. Is again. Here you go, Moo. This is. I can see this being you on your boat.
Dumbass Sergeant fucking Cooper thought he smelled weed on me, so he brought the fucking goon squad to search my fucking boat. A bunch of moron fucking dumb fucks that aren't gonna fucking find anything because I don't even have anything. Fucking idiots, all three of you.
That's true. That's true.
Fucking brought the fucking goon squad out here. Thank you for always, not you, putting our country first.
Not you.
I like that. That's awesome.
Thank you for always, not you, putting our country first. Yeah, I thought that was pretty good too. Oh man. So we took a van to a food show one time. I wasn't driving. The dude that was driving was like, nah, it'll fit. It'll fit.
Oh no.
And about 4 times on each floor, we had a little scrape. It wasn't bad. It was just a little like, nothing major, but it reminded me of this.
That exit sign shouldn't have been there to begin with.
Yeah. He's just.
Well, midnight, you load up a van with a ton and a half of shit. It sits an inch or two lower than it does when it's empty.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that could have been what happened. He made it in and couldn't make it out or something. Yeah.
Bad position to be in. That's how you end up being a father.
Bitches are too skinny.
Should I tell her, or should I let her draw her own conclusions? She's got a pen in her hair and she's writing all over her own back. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, let her draw her own conclusions.
But that was good.
Yeah, I like your tattoo in your back. What is it?
You have very low unemployment rate in the US, and we have a very high unemployment rate in France. How come? What's the recipe for?
Well, maybe we have a better president than you do.
You have very.
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da.
How come? What's the recipe?
Nice.
That's so funny.
When you're about to leave work and the boss says, "Before you go, calm down, don't slap this hoe."
I never made love, no, I never did, but I should know. I never made love, no, I never did, but I should know.
I thought that was going to be E Honda changing a ceiling fan.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't remember. I don't remember what this is. Oh.
This camera for us.
It died.
I like those videos, man.
Yeah, those are funny.
I believe I can fly.
Whoa.
Oh, pretty neat little sugar glider. Yeah, they're pretty cool.
So cute.
My buddy in North Carolina has one he bought for his kids.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Biden is such a clueless, bumbling old man. He needs Orange Man bad talking points written down for him. Pathetic. DOJ talking points, Sunday, June 13th. Trump abused power / Trump DOJ out of control. Now we have to clean it up. What the fuck, man? He's such a mess. He's so embarrassing.
Good thing we didn't give him a list of targets not to hack.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Don't talk about this, and this. So this guy was practicing for Mother's Day, I guess. I don't know.
Like it's mine, and you ask me.
Pew, 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 pew.
Ooh, middle.
Hello.
This was super neat. Like this is, I mean, every once in a while you hit the Bill Nye Science Guy kind of Instagram stuff. That's crazy. Like, I don't know. It's just so neat. Like how the sound, the sound waves travel if they're the same frequency. It it's science.
Science, bitch.
Knives says was gone for a few days. What did I miss? All sorts of nonsense. Bullshit.
Nothing.
Nothing really.
Well, look, I mean, he has made clear that
That's a long silence, man.
Just
the
talking
answer is,
points.ext
I
not
believe
found.
he's in the past essentially acknowledged that he was, there are certain things that he would do or did do. But look.
Him and Pelosi. Great
He
non-answer.
always does that. Look. You know when he does that.
Here's a shiny toy. It goes jingle jangle.
Look, just because
Spanish
I can't
cannibal
remember,
sentenced for
say
15
White
years for
House.
killing and eating his mother. Oof. When she's clapping her cheeks on your meat, reverse cowgirl, but somebody on Chopped is attempting to make a raspberry vinaigrette with 15 seconds left. What? They're trying to do what? Hold on, I gotta watch that. AC says, I think Biden's medication is losing efficiency. Yeah.
I think he's just building up a tolerance to it.
Yeah. He needs that phytogen or whatever it's called. Phytogen.
Don't mess with the sea life. See you later, stinky.
That guy got blasted.
Don't mess with the sea life. See you later, stinky.
Skyler.
Way to go, Skyler.
Kevin.
I like this. This is funny. That weird fuck that collects gas station knives starter kit.
Skrillex.
It's like a Buick Regal.
Hey, man, supercharged car for the supercharged family.
Somebody said you forgot the slick back ponytail. Yeah, like the Steven Seagal hair. That would have been a good one to put on there.
The Matrix called and they want their trench coat back.
Snack farm.
Isn't this racist? Like you shouldn't. He says Dr. Dre never saw his brain aneurysm and urges black men to white man shouldn't get checked regularly. That's racist.
Yeah, that's part of the culling.
That hurt my racist funny bone.
Woke.
You're woke.
Yeah, I'm so woke that my woke bone. Yeah. So if somebody went on and said he urges white men to regularly check their health, everybody. If Trump said that, can you imagine Trump saying white men should check their health? Holy shit, the whole world would be on fire.
Woke
crazy.
stroke.
Woke stroke.
We didn't start the fire.
Hi, I'm Jake from Snake Farm.
What are you wearing?
Jake from Snake Farm. Skin.
Scales.
When you buy your sunblock at the dollar store. It looks like the smoking guy from Beetlejuice. Remember that guy?
Oh yeah. I need to get some from Walmart tomorrow.
All those country girls screaming at Luke Bryan. When I look at him, this is what I see. That's pretty dead on.
Shut up.
Shut up, Beavis. I'm about to score.
Health inspector distracted with small talk. Back of the house cleaning 23 days of mess in 5 minutes. Snack. Yeah. This is 100% true. The new waitress starts crying in the middle of service. Oh, no. Anyway.
Get the frittatas done yet?
Yep. And moving on. Becky's crying in the corner again. Okay.
Okay.
This is good. Hey. Trying to play with you here. And
no.
He's like, I'll hang out. Oh, what the hell?
That's a terrible goat.
It's a terrible dog. This dog is not like
can't even hit his head.
He keeps missing.
He's not the goat.
This lady caramelized her husband to death. Woman found guilty of murdering husband with scalding water and sugar.
Made caramel. His name is Mel.
Well, it's Karen and Mel.
Gargamel. It's Gargamel.
Gargamel.
Smurfs.
She caramelized that sumbitch to death.
That's a waste of sugar.
It's a waste of water.
Mm-hmm.
Go get it. Go get it. Go get it, Doug. Go get it, Doug.
This
What
is
the hell
helping.
is that?
It's a beaver.
Oh, it's a beaver. That's why they're calling it kitty.
Yeah, he's just being helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Flight leaves at 4 p.m. Dad's at 6 a.m. What? I hate being late. It's true.
Oh yeah, same here.
Yeah, but
Restaurants in California are open at 100% capacity today, but the restaurants probably aren't staffed at 100% capacity yet. Don't go out to eat with an attitude today. They don't need that shit. Heard that. Be calm. Take it easy. Fucking go with the flow, man.
Just order a pitcher of beer instead of your glass. Just take your time.
That's why my wife is still working for her friend's restaurant as a bartender.
Yeah.
They can't find help.
Yeah. And it's not just restaurants. It's fucking everybody, man. It's every business. Every business. I don't go past. I mean, everywhere you drive, if you make yourself aware of it, you'll see help wanted signs in windows and on signs and, billboards and stuff. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, so my daughter's boyfriend's over, and he works at a different restaurant as a line cook. And my wife's like going, "Hey," his name's Theo. He goes, "Hey, Theo, if you know of any servers, cooks, dishwashers, anything, let me know." He goes, "Yeah, we're looking for them too."
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even bother. I wouldn't even bother calling other restaurants. There's no way they have anybody. Airbnb spends $50 million annually in payouts to guests and hosts to cover traumatic experiences. Bloomberg reportedly viewed a confidential Airbnb document that said the company spent nearly $50 million in settling legal disputes and repairing damages to host homes in recent years. Payouts are used towards necessary aftercare like counseling sessions, patching bullet holes, and hiring body fluid crews to clean up blood.
Body fluid crew?
Yeah. Holy shit.
That's one crew I've never been on.
This is pretty cool. We don't need this.
Oh, I think I've seen this one.
Yeah, this is really cool.
Oh
shit.
Yeah.
Look at that. Making like a bread.
Yeah, it's like a huge breakfast taco or burrito.
Yeah, right. There you go.
I want mine with extra arm hair.
Well, it's the arm hair that holds it together.
I have knife hands. Excuse me? I looked down and my hands were knives. Your hands are knives? Yeah. Can you put the knives down? No, they're my hands. All right. Where are you? I don't want knife hands. You can't pet my cat. I can't high five anything. It's okay, sir. Let's work this out. What am I going to do? Be a chef? Just chop, chop, chop my whole life. Nothing but chopping. No, chop that. How did you call 911? I called on my phone. And how did you dial the number? With my fingers. Okay. Where are your fingers? On my hands. Oh, God, you're back. Oh, thank you. Oh, my God. Look at them. I love these hands. What's your name? Is it Sharon? No. Oh, Sharon, you're an angel. I am not. That's what an angel would say. Thank you, Sharon. You're welcome. If acid is really messing with me. Oh, boy, now my feet are nice. 911.
No, my feet are knives.
At the boss's funeral, whispering, "Who's thinking outside the box now, motherfucker?" This is pretty cool. The standard U.S. ammo belt was 27 feet long, 9 yards. This is where the expression "the whole 9 yards" comes from.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that a bunch of times. Is that actually true?
I don't know. I mean,
if
I've
not,
never
it's
heard of
been
it,
rumored around enough to become a truth.
Yeah, I've seen that for years. I want it to be true.
Yeah.
But do you need it to be true?
I do.
This is pretty crazy. I didn't know this was a thing. When your husband doesn't know you got him dissolvable swimming trunks.
Here, honey.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad are over.
Yeah.
Copyrighted music.
Yeah, probably. He's like, man, I think I tore my trunks. He's like, I think I tore a hole in my trunks. And he's like, oh shit. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, there's kids over here. I guess the neighbors' kids were playing in the next yard, I guess. He's like, what the fuck?
There could be some snapping turtles. That's funny.
These are so lightweight.
Gonna make a not safe for work OnlyFans, but instead of porn, I'll just be committing OSHA violations.
God.
Time to do some sketchy shit.
Shit your pants. Fart loudly. Come every moment. This Trash Can Paul, is pretty funny. That's a good one to follow. He does a lot of goofy stuff, man.
He gave me a list of the people I'm going to call on.
Oh, there you go.
Jonathan, Associated Press. I'll take your questions, and as usual, folks, they gave me a list of the people.
Oh, goddamn joke. There you go. Mom, don't let your feet hang off the bed, or the monsters will eat them. Me. The ass. A monster could eat my ass.
Eat that ass.
This is a thing that happened quite a while ago. They turned all theft under a certain amount, $950. They decriminalized it. And I remember seeing this a few months ago where it was people were stealing stuff and they were, it was it was a couple $100 worth of stuff, but they weren't pressing charges for it. I don't know. It's fucking stupid. Fucking California sucks.
San Francisco. What do you think?
Is that my boat in the next one?
Crazy.
Oh, this is a boat. And
I've seen this a million times.
Oh, did you? Okay.
No.
Gas tank right there. Fish rod holder.
85 gallons into the bill. That's what you need to throw the Zippo down and it'll light up like a Die Hard when it kills the plane.
Yeah.
Oh man, that sucks.
Oh, and see you later, buddy. Darwin Award winner.
Didn't want to pay for that ferry ride.
He's like, well, I guess I'll. Oh shit.
I guess I'll just step out.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Hanging around.
Come back, Jack.
So this is a runaway boat.
Dad, grab the throttle. Grab the throttle. Dad, you can't get me. Oh God! No!
Hurry up before it hits the harbor.
No!
Dun 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 dun. So where's like the speed to cruise control music?
Oh no! Oh good God! Oh good God! Oh! Go! Kill it! Oh dude!
Thing was hauling ass, man.
Yeah, man, this is freaky.
Ugh. So if you needed one more reason not to watch any Fast and Furious movies, barf.
Cardi B. Oh, she's gonna star in the new Furious. Oh man.
That's
She's gonna
whack.
be doing her. Is she going to be doing her? Oh God!
Fucking who knows?
I hate that.
Babe, are you okay? You barely touched your Sonic limited edition curry.
Remember
No,
the 90s?
No, not really.
Well, that's how you ended up with your 3 kids.
Only 2 legit.
What, you already had 2?
2 legit. to quit.
After the honeymoon period, marriage is just complaining about a body part so your spouse can say, you should go to the doctor back and forth until one of you dies. Oh, here you go. The mad crapper strikes again. There, if you want to hold somebody's hand while they're taking a dump.
I want to hold your hand. I want to hold your hand.
Добрый день, капитан Добрынин. Приведите документы, пожалуйста. Что вы сказали? Капитан Добрынин.
Ooh, creepy.
I shall eat your soul.
Dude.
I got to get one of those.
Looks like the worst shit in the history of anything. So it's like supposed to help you. How are you supposed to get the foam out of there then?
I think it just kind of hardens and blows away.
I don't know. Seems like a good way to ruin everything. Ruin your whole life.
I guess you just
after talking about Skeletor earlier. After defeating Skeletor, He-Man moved to a trailer park in Kentucky.
He-Man. He-Man. My family doesn't know my secret.
Baby Ruth.
Baby Ruth.
There you go. That looks Ape. That looks like one of your avatars down there. That looks like Ape's avatar down there.
Hey, Grogar.
Here's some words that need to be brought back. Sorely missed Victorian slang. Giggle mug. Bitch the pot. Got the morbs. Tight as a boiled owl. You're drunk. Poked up. You're embarrassed. Sauce box. The mouth. Cupid's little drums. Breasts. And not up to dick. Unwell.
Sauce box.
So if you need to up your vocab a little bit.
I need a little sauce box.
Yeah.
Cancel her.
Study
Cancel
finds link between happiness and not knowing who Chrissy Teigen is.
I call bull. I don't know who that is, and I'm still unhappy.
You don't want to know.
Turkish Islamic preacher says men without beards cause indecent thoughts in other men because they look like women. grow a beard. You're turning me gay. No.
Those damn Amish.
So this is a public service announcement. Women warned not to put ice lollies in their vagina to cool off in hot weather. Don't do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool off that hot pocket.
Hot pocket. Why not? Chap lips.
You wanted to hot pocket. You got roast beef. That's what you did.
Apparently, this was the other Thursday, June 25th is National Eat Pussy and Push Kids Off Their Bike Day. So put that on your calendar, everybody. Okay.
Is it a one for one thing, or can I push?
I wish today was
10 kids off their bike.
I wish today was June 25th. That would be fun to do. That should be Father's Day. They should just change Father's Day to that.
Combine it.
Yeah. I mean, zzgiver Day. Sorry, not Father's Day.
Yeah,
he's riding a bike all stupid. He deserves it.
You got a safety gear on.
Look, son, if you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough. So toughen up.
Yeah.
Go crash into the tree.
Hot Pocket.
Mysterious Baroque painter Johannes Gump is known to have painted only one self-portrait, which also happens to be a triple self-portrait in which he appears to from behind, painting his own face reflecting in the mirror. And I made a smart-ass comment, and I don't remember what it was.
Paint Johannes paint? You mean that thing right up there?
Oh, yeah. Paint Johannes
There it
paint.
is.
Tom Hanks gets to painting like a sumbitch.
Actually, it's similar to something Norman Rockwell did.
It's a I remember seeing that. Oh, Putin's a killer thing, yeah.
I'm laughing too. They actually, well, look, I mean, he has made clear
He
that
says that always. Look.
Clear. Let me make this clear. I'm not going to make it clear.
the answer is, I believe he has in the past essentially acknowledged that he was, there are certain things that he would do or did. The first question?
What? Okay, Joe.
Ran out of time.
This is the fuck. Yeah, I got the call. Fuck yeah, I got the call, babe. They need my help roofing today. Pack my lunch. I'll bring home some meth, pizza, twisted tea, and some smokes.
This is my wife and her no give any shits mowing service. Well, that was perfect.
Was that a mail truck?
Shits mowing service. Give us a
No,
call.
she didn't back into it.
555.
Ah.
Go fuck yourself.
That's my wife. She mowed the grass. She's making a big deal of mowing grass. Give me up.
And
right in the pill.
Ooh.
Here you go. Dear Mr. Postman, I have disinfected my flap for you.
Meat flap.
Beef curtain.
This is actually an awesome business card. I saved this because this is really, really cool. Me, website, Instagram, email.
That's like way too
That was
confusing.
really. Yeah, but that's cool. Like, how do you make a business card different, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty neat. I think that's it for this week, isn't it? Or no?
I tagged in a few things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I sent you an email. I don't know if you want to share it, though.
Probably not.
It's a meme. It's funny. It's Father's Day.
No. Oh, okay.
It's the one I sent out to all my people.
Did you show the one of Kinky, the one about Netflix and chill
No.
it's with the Grogu? That was funny.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one. No, that was later on. I saw that. I hadn't saved that one.
George, are you on your phone?
Yeah, I got my phone with it.
Oh, can you get a text if I send it to you?
Yeah.
Okay, here's what I sent him.
Father's Day. Technically, motherfucker's Day.
That goes with the zzgiver's Day kind of theme, right?
Yeah, there you go. Yep. Now, let me see what Ape tagged us in here. Let's see.
Yeah, it's got it.
Purple Range.
Oh, shit.
Purple Range.
Yeah, let me save them and then we'll look at them here.
What about making your own cheese curds?
Cheese curds. What about them?
That link that I put in the side was a Wisconsin person comparing the different cheese curds because someone brought up, early watch in the chat brought up Culver's cheese curds. So it was Culver's cheese curds and then like a brew house in think it was Madison, Wisconsin, or Verona. And then at the end, he did a how-to on making cheese curds or homemade cheese curds. Words difficult. Distracted.
Thanks, George.
You're welcome.
Did you guys hear that? I just had a huge thunderclap right outside.
We were getting some.
I saw that.
Getting some today too.
Yeah, I saw that cell coming through your area.
See that one at Budget recorded?
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, me. Saved a couple more here. Just gotta reload.
Ooh. Roll call is getting hammered right now with thunderstorms.
Oh yeah.
Just looking at the radar. Holy crap.
Not the kind of hammered he likes.
Well, he's probably already hammered.
Well, if you're hammered, you don't really care if you're getting hammered.
That's true.
Did you see the pictures of his pig on the pit?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Little guy, little suckling, little youngling.
Looked a little burned up on the side there.
No, this is Kinky. Kinky tagged me in this one.
Yeah, it sure is.
Mom, Dad, what is that guy doing to the bar? Oh, I think he's just getting fresh water.
No, look away. That's the canyon clapper. Somebody grab him up.
And isn't
The canyon clapper. John's life says, I'm in. Drunk as fuck, but in. Watch my what? You're 9. Ugh.
What the hell? Are we under attack? It's just me. I said watch your 9 o'clock. I can't see anything because the flap. What flap? 12 o'clock, my armor flap. Oh, sit tight. I'll fix that for you. There's barely any room in here.
Oh, no.
And up. Backs up. And
Reload.
Nope.
I'll fix it. Oh, I thought he was going to touch another one off.
And the other one? Jeez, Mr. Perfect, hang on. That ain't properly.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've seen this one.
Yeah, that's why I don't like to drive next to 18-wheelers.
Yeah, I've seen that. I don't either.
Skills.
I'll tell you what. I mean, I don't freak out when I'm driving. My wife doesn't like to drive beside him. Like she, if we're driving somewhere, she's like, "Oh, get in front of this guy or stay back or whatever." I don't mind it too much as long as it's not real tight. But when I was on my bike, that really makes you nervous on a bike. And I was probably 10 or 12 feet away from a semi behind him in the back. He was ahead of me, in front of me. I was going to pass him, and he had a blowout, and that scared the shit out of me.
On my bike, I had a retread go right over the top of my helmet.
Yeah.
And
I was lucky to experience one of those firsthand the other day. Truck blowing out. Yeah, I was out front watering my plants and just felt this thunk in my chest. Like, what the hell? Looked over. Oh, yeah, there goes a tractor trailer with tons of rusted steel on it and blowing rubber going across my driveway. Mm-hmm. Ever so much fun.
Yeah, it was. I was lucky that I didn't have a whole lot of shrapnel. You know what I mean? Just some little bits and pieces, and it pretty much all missed me. But man, it was loud. It was like a shotgun going off.
Yeah, nothing hit me. It just spit out the back of the semi right over my head. I had no chance to move, duck, nothing. Yeah, this guy. I was watching this too the other day.
Oh god.
And it's funny. This is actually the same one that I commented. because it's like everybody in the comment section is like, I can't believe he wasn't watching that guy. He should have been watching that guy. He should have been keeping an eye on that guy. And I was like, are you saying he should have been watching him because he was black? You know, and you know.
Well, at least he put money in first.
Yeah, he tried to. He put $1 in. I was like, I'm gonna put $1 in and take 9,000.
That's a
I didn't see this one. This is a new one. He's lucky, man.
You see me rolling,
riding dirty. Broke my neck and I'm all dirty.
Gotta rock up my ass. It happens so fast.
He's lucky. He made out like a bandit on that one for sure.
Put some Curacomb on it.
Ooh.
Yeah. And methylate.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh shit. You know what? Hold on a second. Hold up.
Hey,
Mr. Tambourine Man.
We forgot to do my stuff this week. So we did we had the Cleveland Steamer, right? And then Where's Midnight? Where's Midnight? We played Where's Midnight. And I hooked up the water thing to that. That worked really good. And I did a little bit of bitching about this. You know, we talked about this on the show last week. Then I put this out. So if you haven't seen it, you can see my opinion there. And then it was I like Foss's comment at 2 Live Moo. Brave and beautiful.
Brave and beautiful.
Yeah.
He's
I like it. Yeah. And then you know, if Mother's Day, I'm trying to be woke. Like I said, I'm trying to be as woke as possible these days. If Mother's Day is now Birth Giver's Day, then is today Jizz Giver's Day? Damn. Trying to be woke is confusing.
Well, Father did have the hard part.
Giggity.
Yeah.
Giggity.
2 minutes of loving with 36 weeks of misery for the
right. 2 minutes. Jeez.
That's counting dinner.
Some kind of okay. Some kind of superhero over here. You get in trouble at the boss's office again, Ape?
No, not that I know.
In the baby seat.
Baby seat, yeah. All right.
That's so funny.
I say we call it a week.
You
guys got anything to bring up? Anything to talk about? Anything that we missed? Guys out in the chat?
I gave this cool knife to my brother, one of my brothers,
Nice.
and my dad. It's a Evitech. It's a one that comes on the ads for free. Just pay shipping. And then it's like, well, if you buy 2, it'd be this much for shipping. If you get 3, it'll be this much for shipping. You know, spring assist.
Oh yeah.
You know, it has a spring assist. It has a window breaker. There we go.
Seatbelt cutter.
And seatbelt cutter. Yeah, they say it's a spring assist that you just here's the little knob here that you just use to, and you just slip
knob.
So is it a spring assist or is it just one of those? What do they call them? There's another.
It's not like a switchblade, but I mean you still have to open it manually. But
right,
it helps a little. So like you just need to do that.
Yeah, I think those are legal in Pennsylvania, but I forget what the word is. Like a switchblade, like one that's spring loaded.
Yeah, it's not spring loaded.
You're not
so
allowed.
You know,
right?
It just assisted a little bit, so you still gotta like do it.
Yeah, there's a term for that, and I can't remember what it is. That makes them different, the terminology. But yeah, in Pennsylvania, you're not allowed to carry a knife that's
if you wanted to do it,
it's like spring loaded or something.
Yeah, kind of like the ones that you like moves.
Yeah,
I wanted to get one of
we
those.
can't have those. Yeah, we can't do those. And there's a limit too on the size of it, and it's just like the NFA. I mean, it's like you can't have a knife that's spring loaded so that it opens up on its own, but you can have a knife you can open up super easy anyway. It's damn near the same thing. Circumventing those rules and regs.
And my nephew ended up buying a recurve bow for his birthday, since he had his birthday last weekend. And he's like, look, Uncle George, I bought a bow. It's a recurve. And so we're out there, shooting it, in the backyard.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's kind of awesome.
Good night, I'm Gabriel.
Good night, buddy.
Night, knives.
Night, John. Night, John boy.
Night, knives.
Night, Grandpa.
Good night, Al.
Get over here, Louise.
So you haven't tested any more on your backpack? Have you tested out more anymore? Have you done any more tests?
Not really. Just I hooked it up and wore it that time. Did a little bit of running around and stuff. I like it. I like the pack. I like the hydration pack. I'm not 100% sold on it as my go-to bug out bag yet. But I'm still trying to figure that out, because I have another bag set up to do that, and I really like it. It's like a High Sierra bag, and it's got a lot of pockets in it. It's reinforced. It's really, really nice. So I just need to determine how I want to pack. I do still want to get that trauma kit, or a trauma kit, probably that one that we talked about. So I need to figure out how I want to store that and what I want to do, and that'll probably determine which bag I deem my go-to bag. It is nice that this has the hydration pouch in it, and that's pretty awesome.
A lot of packs these days come with a hydration pouch.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. And my other one doesn't have that, so
it's something that you don't have to worry about carrying a water bottle or a canteen or something.
Right.
I mean, you could still have a canteen with a canteen cup or something, right? But I mean, you can use that for storage, in your bag. And since you have the water reservoir, you just have the water instant right there. You don't have to stop, put your bag, take the canteen out, drink, and then put it back, and then it saves all those steps.
So yeah, very cool. So I'm still playing with it a little bit. It's nice to have for sure. If I don't, like I say, even if it doesn't turn out to be used very regularly, it's super nice to have, and it'll definitely be nice to, it's nice to have during the summer and stuff. So it's really well made.
Before you know it, little man will just be wearing that one.
Yeah,
right.
He thought it was pretty cool. He actually got a kick out of it, So
he tried to make it into a fort for himself.
No, but we may he I don't know if we'll get him one or not, because they're pricey. Like the bladder that I bought was $30, which isn't bad. I think for $30 that's reasonable if you get a good one. But some of the packs are really pricey. So I don't know that I'm gonna.
There's more affordable packs out there, but you just gotta research and look.
Yeah, and what I think I would do if I got one for him, or like the wife said that she might want one, I wouldn't mind getting another bladder like I have, because it seems to be a good one, and then buying like an inexpensive pack for it, because when you get the combinations, they're really pricey. Like the Ospreys, and this one's from Badlands. The Badlands bladder with the bag was like $150 or something. And it's just kind of crazy for something like that. If you're just going to use it every once in a while, to spend that kind of money on it for us wouldn't make sense. Yeah, it wouldn't make sense. I think if you can put the money into the good bladder and then buy an inexpensive bag for it, that you're not going to, that's better money spent than spending $150. That's crazy. So I also saw online that you can, you can buy military surplus ones. They had the military surplus ones for like $10 somewhere or $12 somewhere. And I was like, holy shit, that would be awesome. Like if I didn't have this, I would do that for myself.
I got this from Cheaper and Dirt before everyone got like, oh, don't good from them. It's called Miltech.
Yeah.
Right. What I like about it is that it has, like a section there, a compartment there, a compartment here, and then you have your main compartment there. So it's like almost having 3. Then back has your hydration. So you just put it in there. There's no looping or any whole stuff. They're cinching, like to make the pack more compact. You can put something under here. It's a pretty good bag. The only thing is that I feel that the straps are maybe a little too small. So like if I have a jacket or something, maybe it may be too tight.
Right.
But this was like about, I believe it was $30. It was $3 at the time. I think they're more now. But what I like is the compartments, There's all these compartments and pockets. So you can put stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
The only thing it doesn't have the shoulder straps, how it has a connection there so you can keep them together.
Yeah, that's a really nice feature for sure. Because what bothers me about wearing a backpack a lot of times is it starts to sag on you in the back and it sits weird and it sits low. And the front strap, that chest strap or whatever, helps that a lot. It just keeps it higher on your back and it keeps it where it's supposed to be, and it's not flopping around and stuff. That's a really nice feature that most bags I think should have, that then they don't. Sometimes they don't.
And
so
this bag's pretty good. It could really. Like it could actually expand more, so it can get.
Yeah.
You could tighten it to get it tightened, or you can strap it. And then there's more molly on here, so it's not bad.
That's cool. Yeah, it's good to have. Like I said, it's different bags for different jobs, I guess. It's kind of hard to find one that's perfect for everything. So,
but it's probably a good bag for like an outing, like if you guys are going out, like a outside picnic or something, and you can take some stuff with you. And
well,
not
that's
worry
the
about,
thing. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if, like I said, is it the perfect bug out bag? I don't know. Maybe not. But I definitely could have used it twice in that week period. I would have loved to have it. And I didn't. You know what I mean? I didn't have it until afterwards. I would have loved to have it at the rally, and I would have loved to have it at that air show when we were out on the macadam, walking around in the heat. Not just for me, but for everybody else. You know what I mean? Obviously, anybody can drink out of it. So, it would have been nice to have. So that's kind of what pushed me to get the bladder. I was like, you know what? Why the hell not? For $30, I can't really argue with that.
Access to water is faster.
Yeah, it's nice. And you're not holding a water bottle and getting in and out of and which is what we did, was you unzip the bag, get the bottle out, put the bottle back, zip the bag back up, and you're in and out of it and stuff like that. It's rolling around in there. And honestly, the one time the bottle got put back in my pack while I was wearing it, the lid wasn't on right, and like half a bottle of water leaked, and I didn't realize it and I took the bag off, and my back was like soaked. It had dripped through the bag, and my back was wet. And I didn't even realize it because it was so hot outside. And the bag was against my back. I didn't realize it until I took the bag off, and I was like, God damn, why is my back so wet? And, so, it is what it is. But, you guys have anything to close out with?
Nope.
Not really. Just coasting into the 4th of July weekend coming up pretty quick.
Hit or miss. Tuesday nights.
I've got another week off, so rock on.
Yeah, what are you doing for your vacation?
Next
vacation.
My boy's coming home. He called me for Father's Day. We had a really long talk today. It was awesome. He went to a couple concerts this weekend. He was all jazzed up. He was hanging out with the lead singer to some indie band or whatever. He was all jazzed. But he wants to get home, get out on the boat. Him and his fiance are driving separate because they have different days off and stuff. So he gets to hang out for an extra day. It's just me and him. So, we'll get out. Hopefully wash some lures, maybe catch a fish. If not, drive around the lake, whatever. But that's all that's on my mind. Waiting for my boy to get home. So,
yeah.
Thanks for having me, man, and thanks everybody out in the chat and all that jazz. It was a good time. There were some good Instagrams tonight, though. By the way,
yeah, it's great.
Yeah, there's always. Oh my God, there's so much stuff out there. Sometimes I forget to save them. Sometimes I save stuff, and I'm like, why the hell did I save that? Because I save stuff to remind me of stuff for work and stuff like that sometimes too. So sometimes
I don't get on Instagram as much as I should. I don't know. I just it's just one of those things where I got 3 emails. I've got work and home and this and going through refinancing and stuff like that. I'm just so distracted lately.
Yeah.
Well, that's me, man.
No good. George, you got anything else, or you good?
No, I'm good.
Awesome. Thanks for coming, buddy.
Thank you for having me. And check me out on Instagram, Celtic Zara guy.
There you go,
buddy.
Abe, take us out.
Okay. Before I get into this, just so I can kind of skip over the community schedule and that, since like 90% of what's going on is Matt's shows. Matt had a thing with family, or kind of a family emergency or a thing, or I'm not exactly sure what all happened, and I'm not going to speculate. So his programming will be off. Hasty Headlines may or may not be a thing this week, and the open night, I think when he was talking on his little impromptu one tonight, he was going to try very hard to do the Monday night, but it was just going to be another open topic thing. So with that being said, ladies, gentlemen, and Jonas's of many ages and birthing rights and peoples, thank you for watching Midnight Range TM's The Closer. This concludes our regular program, but we'll be back next week. That is both a promise and a threat. I'm talking to you, Kevin. Check out guntube.org as a free and unrestricted pro-2A video platform. If you like what you see, go over to Patreon and throw them some schmeckles or Blitz and chips or whatever your trade. Oh, yeah, Blitz and chips. Speaking of that, Rick and Morty, if you have the Adult Swim, and I completely forgot about this, Season 5 premiered tonight. So if you want to get something to go watch and complain about, because that probably will be brought up in the Geek Chat tomorrow. For cool and unique 2A swag, like pretty much any patch you see here, except that one with Robbie the Robot. That's one-off. That's mine. You can go get bent if you think you can get it from me. Go over to gearwebsites.com. That's gearwebsites.com for cool and unique 2A swag. And remember, a Slim Jim is hot dog, a hot dog is candy, and something about heating your powdered street fudge to an internal temperature of 30 degrees Celsius or unleashing the wrath of the Kraken and Cthulhu all at once. Oh, yes. And always remember, clean your plate when you eat from a place called Uranus.
If you're looking for something else that's kind of fun to watch that's not too heavy, we watched on Netflix, I think it was, Sweet Tooth, a little series a series called Sweet Tooth.
That looked crazy, man.
It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
Yeah?
You can watch it with even if you have kids that are kind of younger. It's not too much for them, but it's pretty fun, and it's basically sort of, I don't want to say it's post-apocalyptic because it's not, but basically something happens and kids start being born as what they call hybrids, and they're basically like kid animal hybrids. And the main character is a little boy that was born with like deer features. He has, and as he grows up, he gets antlers and stuff like that. But there's like a kid that's like a lizard. There's a girl that's got a little pig nose and ears and stuff. So it's fun. It's not too, like I say, it's not too heavy that your kids can't watch it and stuff like that. And it was pretty entertaining. So Sweet Tooth, it's called. I liked it. We enjoyed it. And that was one of those, like we were talking on that Instagram post a little bit, like we were watching it. We're like, oh, that was the last episode. Oh shit. And you get on your phone and you start looking like, oh, they're coming out with a season 2 or whatever. And there's not really one plan, but they're talking about it or whatever. Hopefully it does well. Hopefully people watch it. It just came out like a week and a half or 2 weeks ago or something like that. So if you want something to watch with your wife or girlfriend, and or as a family or something, give it a shot, because it's not too harsh that you couldn't watch it as a group. But I enjoyed it too, and I'm like zombies and crazy shit and all sorts of gnarly stuff. So check it out. All right. So until next time, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for helping out, guys. Thanks for being here. See you guys later. Take it easy. Bye.